he's throwing the ball. He does have 9 interceptions on the year. He has 5 rushing TDs. He is really the focus of this offense here tonight. Delta is really going to have to focus on him.
Yeah, without a doubt, and I think that's going to be a big factor in the ball game tonight is whether he throws touchdowns to increase that 7 or if he throws interceptions to increase that 9, because the turnovers, I think, are going to be a huge factor here tonight. You turn the ball over, you're not going to win the game. It's just got to be flawless, I think, for one of these teams to win. You know, until you're mathematically eliminated, you still fight and fight and fight. For Delta, you lose tonight, you are mathematically eliminated. You're done. Richfield would still have a chance. And sometimes that plays in kids' minds. So, you know, what you've got and what you have as far as a best effort better come out tonight if you want to continue to play. Because it's 2 more weeks, Ken, and like you say, next week's bye week, so they have a practice game at Grantsville. It's kind of a lackluster end of the season if you know you're not or don't have a chance to go anywhere. So you certainly, if you're Delta, would like to go into that last ball game over at North Sanpete, having a chance to get in the playoffs. And if you're Richfield, you certainly want to tie it up tonight. So that could be important for both teams.
Delta, their leader on offense, Victor Almanza. He is in the 2-back slot. He's the tailback. And how he goes, Delta goes. Bracken Lovell last year threw for over 800 yards. And this year has thrown the ball well at times, and at times it's been a little bit of a struggle. So we'll have to watch how that goes tonight. The option, obviously, is a big part of Delta's offense. Richfield will come with that fly offense. They like to spread you out and throw the ball a lot. So should be an entertaining game, to say the least, for both of these clubs here tonight. So.
Yeah, 2 totally opposite quarterbacks. Bracken Lovell, 5'8" at the most, and Richfield quarterback 6'6", as you say. So there's just 2 opposite ends of the spectrum. And you know what people don't understand about Delta is Bracken does throw the ball more so than that. It's just a lot of times 4 yards back when they run that option. And I think that's been a big factor for Delta this year, is a lot of those pitches have ended up on the ground. I mean, that sealed the game over to Manti, and it's caused some havoc. So I think that's just so important that any time that ball goes in the air, whether it's forward or backwards from both teams, needs to be caught by your own team.
Well, again, it's senior night here at Delta as they honor the seniors here this evening, and along with their parents. And we'd also like to pass along our best wishes to the seniors from Richfield as well. They've worked just as hard throughout the season, and their parents have traveled lots of miles to support those youngsters, so our hats off to both clubs as far as that goes. Let's take another quick 3-minute break, and we'll take care of a few more items of business here from Delta High School, and then we will return to more of the Snow College pregame show right after this.
Are you ready for a weekend away? Jorgensen's Honda is the place to start. They carry a full line of RVs to make that trip a lasting memory. With models like Yellowstone, Conquest, Amerilite, and Canyon Trail, you can find the perfect fit. For great fun and comfort, check out the full line of RVs at Jorgensen's Honda. Dennis or Mike can help you out. Stop by today at 980 South Coveview Road in Richfield, or give them a call at 435-896-6408.
The health care you receive shouldn't depend on where you live, and you can rest assured that Sevier Valley Medical Center provides our communities with the same high-quality care and advanced technology services you'd receive if you drove to the city. From full-time specialty services such as ENT, orthopedics, podiatry, and internal medicine to a wide range of outpatient services, including imaging, respiratory therapy, and dialysis. High-quality health care with a personal hometown touch. Intermountain Sevier Valley Medical Center, healing for life.
Stop in today and experience Service First at Service Drug in Delta and Fillmore. Service Drug is not only your full-service pharmacy, but offers a wide range of books, home decor items, greeting cards, KitchenAid appliances, and so much more. Service Drug is open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. and also on Saturdays for your convenience. Come see the courteous staff at Service Drug, 215 West Main in Delta and 40 North Main in Fillmore. Experience Service First at Service Drug in Delta and Fillmore.
The Fairview Telephone Company was founded in 1903 to bring telephone service to small communities in central Utah when no one else would. That small phone company is now Centricom, and our vision hasn't changed. We want rural central Utah to have the very best options for high-speed internet, cable TV, and home phone. Why? Because we live here too. Centricom, your local telecommunications company.
Every Every day is a good day to shop Drew Bay for a new truck. Check out the all-new, from the hubcaps to the headliner, 2014 Chevy Silverado. The all-new Silverado has 4-wheel disc brakes for superb stopping ability. This beast boasts 355 horsepower with 383 foot-pounds of torque, up to 420 horses and 450 pounds of torque. You choose. Be sure to ask about active fuel management and optional bed lengths and other available options. The all-new 2014 Chevy Silverado makes every day a good day to shop Drew Bay. Drew Bay Chevrolet, Delta.
For integrity, honesty, and technical expertise, think of Jones & DeMille Engineering. With offices in Richfield, Roosevelt, Price, and Manti, they're committed to servicing their clients with civil and structural engineering, construction management, surveys and GIS mapping, and material testing. They use state-of-the-art equipment to help you meet your budgets and deadlines. Visit jonesandemille.com or find them on Facebook. Since 1982, Jones & DeMille Engineering, your infrastructure professionals.
Have you heard? Central Valley Medical Center is now providing orthopedic surgery. That's right, Dr. Joel Holman is a full-time orthopedic surgeon practicing in Nephi. You no longer need to drive to the Wasatch Front for hip replacement, knee replacement, fracture care, hand surgery, and general orthopedic care. Dr. Holman completed a residency in general orthopedics and a fellowship in hand surgery at the U of U and sees patients in the Nephi Medical Clinic inside Central Valley Medical Center. Call 435-623-3633, 623-3633.
Often the air inside your home is actually dirtier than the air outside. That's because your air ducts are full of dust, allergens, molds, mites, and sometimes even rodents. These allergens are constantly recirculated throughout your home. Riverstone contractors can clean the air ducts, making your system run at least 10% more efficient and often clearing the air. Riverstone contractors can also conduct a CO test on the heating system, making sure it's safe for use this winter. Riverstone Contractors, 896-6264.
RC Staples has been your family shoe and clothing outlet in Delta since 1995. If you need to outfit an individual, a family, or a missionary, RC Staples is the place. There's luggage, tuxedo rentals, and much more. RC Staples is very conscious of changing styles and fashion trends as they cater to the lifestyle, budget, and tastes of Miller County residents. Hey, RC Staples is both trendy and price conscious. So shop with confidence. That's RC Staples, 261 West Main, Delta.
Andy's Market in Monroe strives to provide their customers with the convenience of one-stop shopping. Not only do they have great prices and selection on all grocery items, but they also feature a bookstore, bakery, and grill. And now Andy's Market has added a pharmacy. There is no longer a need to travel for over-the-counter or prescription medications. Just stop by Aspen Ridge Pharmacy, now open inside Andy's Market. So much more than a grocery store, and now including a pharmacy.
And once again, welcome back inside of the booth here as we appreciate Snow College sponsoring our pregame show. Get a quality education that's affordable and fun at Snow College. Visit snow.edu. Once again, a Thursday night edition of high school football as the Delta Rabbits and the Richfield Wildcats tangle here tonight in a very, very important ball game for both of these teams as we start to get a little bit late in the season. There's only 3 games to go. 2 of them are league games. This one here tonight, and then the final game of this season for both teams will be a league game. Richfield, Delta still looking for their first win. Again, looking at this Richfield program coming in, as we mentioned, 5-2 on the year, 1-2 in league. Coach Eric Thorson in his first year. They're coming off of a 21-0 loss to Manti. A couple of weeks ago, they did get a win over North Sanpete, 28-27 in a thriller. And Canyon View defeated Richfield 42-20. And as we mentioned, Delta coming off of a 35-34 loss to Canyon View last week. And also Manti got them the week before by 1 point, 22-21. Richfield, look at their program. 84 years of football at Richfield High School, an overall record of 327 wins, 377 losses. They have 17 region championships to their credit, and they have 1 state title back in 1984. They're looking for their 39th playoff appearance this year. And as far as Delta is concerned, this is their 90th year of football overall. They are 519 wins, 273 losses, 24 ties, believe it or not. 30 region championships over the years for the Rabbits, and 9 state titles overall. So a lot of history in the Delta program. The captains are going to meet here at center field. They'll have the coin toss, and we'll see who is going to take the ball first in this one. once again, Coach, I think you hit the nail right on the head here tonight. It's a matter of who can control the ball and who doesn't put it on the ground. I think turnovers will play a part here tonight, even though the weather's pretty good.
Yeah, weather is perfect out there. It's just a matter of execution. Hopefully at this time of the season, your team should be, executing at its best, so you shouldn't have those, silly turnovers, those unforced turnovers. You shouldn't have those things. Things should be clicking pretty good. But, if you're Delta, you're thinking maybe you're just a touch snake bit, I guess. You lose by Manti going for 2. You lose by trying to go for 2 over Canyon View. And extra points, such a big thing. There's 2 games you could have won. If you're Richfield, they've got similar things in their history this year that kind of do the same thing. So, little things are going to make a difference. And as I look at these 2 teams, they're about as evenly matched, looking at scores and everything else, as you can possibly get. So, could be an interesting ball game.
I want to thank our sponsors here with us tonight, McDonald's of Delta, Intermountain Power, Jorgensen Honda, along with Central Valley Medical Center, Service Drug, Delta Medical Center, Drew Bay Chevrolet, RC Staples, Delta City, Lovell Seed Co-op, Snow College, Sunrise Engineering, and SUU. And from the Richfield side of things, we want to thank DP Curtis Trucking, along with Zions Bank of Richfield, Mason Machinery, Sevier Valley Hospital, Centricom Channel 10, Jones and DeMille Engineering, Riverstone Contractors, Andy's Market, Marita's Funding, Larson's Ace Hardware, Farm Bureau Insurance, Stephen Peterson helping us out here tonight, Barney Trucking, Jorgensen's Lanes and Herb's Place, Designer Trends, again Snow College, Sunrise Engineering, and SUU. So Richfield has won the opening coin toss here tonight. They have elected to defer until the second half, so they will be kicking off. Richfield in the visiting white jersey uniforms, trimmed in blue and a little touch of red, the blue pants, the blue helmets, and Delta in the home reds, top and bottoms with the white helmets.
Still having a little bit of a rough time. I mean, Richfield looks similar to what they did. Delta in those white hats, just a little bit different than what you're kind of used to, more of a Wisconsin type look. So here we go.
So we are ready to go. Kick's going to bounce outside of the 10, picked up, and Delta will return it right up the middle. Out to about the 25-yard line is where the Rabbits will take over. First down and 10. Delta moving from left to right on your screen and on your radio dial. And here comes Bracken Lovell, the second-year starter, quarterback for the Rabbits, as he brings his troops out onto the field. And we'll get to some of the names and the people on that offensive side here in just a moment. In the backfield, as we mentioned, Victor Almanza is the 2-back. He's the tailback. And up front, I believe they will come with Austin Chappell and Trace Willoughby. Double wide formation to start this one. In motion, they'll bring Willoughby from left to right, and somebody jumped early. That's going to cost them 5. And it'll back them up. It'll be 1st and 15.
And just as we talked about, Ken, it's all about execution. You have somebody jump, and the first play of the ball game, quite an important play. Your coach usually looks at film and thinks this is what we can do to be successful right out the gate, and then you have a penalty, so now it kind of throws everything back in reaction mode. Looked like they were going to run an option this side, Ken, so I don't know if they'll come back to it, but coming back in a double tight set. So
Delta in that inverted wishbone set, as you mentioned, double tights. Here is the give. Victor Almanza second back through, and he might get a yard, maybe 2, and that's about it, as Richfield plays the run well up front. In there, I believe, on the tackle. That looked like Mason Torgerson that was in there. So we'll give him about a yard and a half is all. Brings up second down and just under 14 to go.
And this Delta team's offense is not built for getting big chunks of yardage. They're more of a grinded-out team. So
in motion, that's Austin Chappell from right to left. And they'll roll left side. Bracken Lovell, left-hander, puts it up in the air, and it's up for grabs. And in between the 2 defenders, Austin Chappell makes a dive for it at the 45, and it falls incomplete, and it'll be 3rd down and long. And a fairly nice, nicely thrown ball, I should say, by Bracken Lovell. He fit it right in between the 2 defenders.
Yeah, that was a catchable ball. Might have been just a touch wide, but he had to throw that right there because there's pretty good coverage, both deep and shallow, by the Richfield Wildcats.
Richfield with a big safety that can cover a lot of ground. Here's the third down and just over 13 to go. Here's the option pitch. Victor Almanza around that left side. Gets through one tackle and out to the 30. He's going to pick up about 8, but it's going to leave him 5 yards short.
And there's the penalty. Again, you still have this drive going if you're Delta, so pretty good job there by Richfield of bending. They knew just what they could give, and so forcing the punt right off the bat.
Back deep for the Wildcats. That'll be Peyton Hafen. He stands at about his own 34-yard line. Delta's going to kick this one away from inside their own 20. Here's the kick. Pretty nice high kick, going to be fielded at the 31, right through the hands of Hafen. And he goes back and dives on it at about the 26-yard line. That's where the Richfield Wildcats will take over.
And he had plenty of room to run, did Peyton Hafen right there. And I think maybe he was looking up saying, hey, I've got quite a bit of room here, and just forgot to corral it. Went right down through his arms, touched his body a little bit, and very fortunate because you never know how that ball's going to bounce. Very fortunate to get on it.
So Brandon Willardson, he will bring his offensive team out onto the field, and immediately they go to this fly offense. They'll have 4 wide, 2 to the far side, 2 to the near side, 1 lone setback as he goes with a hard count. And now looks to the sideline, comes back under center. And here is the give to the big fullback off that right side, and he's going to get about 5 yards on the carry. I believe that was Ryder Ripstein.
And they do have them spread out all over, as you can see. Ken only got one back in the backfield without any kind of a lead blocker, so their run game is going to kind of be just a hat on hat, and hope you can get a crease inside there somewhere, so you can expect them to throw it quite a bit.
Ripstein that's his 90th carry on the season, and here we go around the left end. Here is the pitch. He's going to step inside the tackle and will be close to a first down before he's swarmed under at about the 36-yard line. Once again, Ripstein on the carry. Looks like he might have the first down.
And that was a pretty good job by Richfield right there, Ken, because they got a hat on hat to just about everybody out there, and they sustained their blocks pretty good. Gave him a chance to plant his foot and kind of come back against the grain just enough to get a first down.
On the year, Ripstein with 1 touchdown on the ground. He averages about 4 yards per carry. Has 353 yards total on the year. First down and 10 for the Wildcats from the 36-yard line, as they'll come off that left tackle across the 40 to the 41. That'll be a gain of about 4 yards. Ball carrier that time, Peyton Hafen.
Boy, and he is just a little guy, as this Peyton Hafen. Doesn't have his weight on here, but he's more of a Bracken level type size out there. He's probably not over 35 pounds.
And gets nearly 5 yards, sets up a second down and 5. This time backs are split behind Willardson, and they'll have a receiver split far side, 1 to the near side. And the ball on the near hash mark. And once again, Ripstein, he just runs right over the top of the would-be tackler and gets about 4 yards. It'll be third down and short.
Boy, that was a hard run that time. Really good collision.
And they come in a hurry. No huddle offense for Richfield from the 40, just across the 45. And, boy, somebody snuck in and got a hold of Willardson, and I'm not sure if he got the first down.
It depends on which foot he spots it on.
And they say it is a fourth down. He did not get enough. And so now decision time for Coach Thorson, whether they go for it right here. Fourth down and about a half a yard for the Wildcats, and they will line up to go for it. 1 lone setback behind Willardson. He'll take it himself, and he has the first down. Out to the 48-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2.
Yeah, that time he kind of took a step to the right rather than just lean on his center and try to go forward, and got plenty of room.
So Richfield, who likes to spread you out here, so far they have not thrown the ball yet, and they've picked up 2 first downs.
Yeah, they run that spread set and run the ball quite a bit out of it. Sometimes they have the split backs in the backfield.
No score. Oops, sorry, Coach. No score early here in the first quarter. Ball on the 48-yard line of Richfield, and here is the pitch to the back around the right side. He's not going to go anywhere. He's going to lose a yard. And now he gets free. Excuse me. They had him back for a loss of a couple, and he got free and got back to the line of scrimmage and maybe a half a yard. The ball carrier, Jensen Magleby.
Yeah, that's a pretty good effort right there because he should have been down for a couple of yard loss, and that just shows you when you wrap up, Delta did a pretty good job of that, but you got to bring him down as well.
Just under a yard on the gain, out to the 49-yard line. Richfield side of the field, second down on a long 9. And again, they'll spread Delta out. They go to the shotgun formation or pistol, if you even want to call it that. And people moving forward, but no call, no flag, and it's not going to matter to Delta. Ball's loose on the ground, and Delta has it. They fumbled it at the 47-yard line. Ripstein just got bottled up, and the ball popped free, and the Rabbits will have the first turnover of the ball game.
And he wasn't going to get any yardage right there, but as soon as he had the ball handed to him, he was just stopped. There was a wall there, and I think while he was stood up, Adele, the player, just said thank you very much and reached in and knocked that ball loose. That was an intentional knock that ball out of there for a fumble.
So the Rabbits will have it on the Richfield 47-yard line, first down and 10. Here's Austin Chappell. The running back goes to the left side, and they'll hand it to the other up back off the left tackle for a gain of a couple is all to the 45-yard line. Ball carrier was Trace Willoughby. So he gets a couple. It'll be second down and 8 from the Richfield 45-yard line. These two teams very similar in size too as well, Coach.
Absolutely, they're very evenly matched.
Double wide formation. They'll option to the right side. Here's the pitch to Almanza. And decided to try and cut it in, back out, and then a nice play by the corner to come up and make the hit and take down Almanza. When it looked like he might go for big yardage, he is cut down right at the 46-yard line.
And should have been for big yardage. They had one for everybody out there. The defender just won the battle right there. Got to stay on that block, and that goes big.
That's Peyton Hafen. Give him some credit for turning that. Took the block and just shoved it back into the would-be running back. Back to pass, Bracken Lovell. Got to get rid of it. Puts it up in the air and dropped. That would have been a first down at the 36-yard line, right into the hands of Dakota Dutson. He just could not haul it in. So it'll be fourth down and 8. And again, a ball that was thrown pretty well.
Yeah.
And it might have been tipped.
I think the defender got his hand in front right there because the ball kind of hung up there a little bit because he had to belly in the back quite a bit just to get away from the rush. He's pretty fortunate to get that pass off, and as a result, job well done for Richfield after the turnover.
So Delta to punt this one away for the second time tonight. End-over-end punt. It's going to angle to the far side. Going to bounce and roll into the end zone. That'll be a touchback. And we'll come out to the 20, Daxton Johnson, handling the punting duties tonight. And once again, it'll be Willardson and the Wildcats who will bring this out to their own 20-yard line. And an opportunity missed there for the Rabbits. And the Richfield Wildcats doing a nice job holding ground there after the turnover.
Yeah, and as you say, the very nice play. The play of that drive was the defensive play out here on this short side. What a play.
So once again, Willardson takes the snap, rolls right side, now going to cut it back up in, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. I don't know if he was looking to pitch or wanted to throw it. But
it looked to me like it was some kind of a spread option. You're that far deep in the backfield. His pitchman was right next to him, kind of looked like that was not a play wasn't going to go right from the start, so I think he did the best thing he could, and that was just turn it up, at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
And again, Richfield goes no huddle. They all get the call from the sideline in formation. Now they will say, let's go. Backs are split behind Willardson. Again, second down and 10 from the 20-yard line of Richfield. And here is the give to Ripstein off the right side, and he, just his own sure will, he gets it ahead for 5. It brings up third down and 5 from the 25.
When we still have not seen the ball in the air on behalf of Richfield. So I would certainly expect it to happen right here, but we'll see.
Again, 4 receivers will be in the pattern as Willardson stands in the shotgun at his own 20. He does have Ripstein to his right. wants his slot receiver to come across the formation, which he does. Now trips to the near side. Here's the snap. Going to float it out the right side, and it's complete to the 32-yard line. The receiver just about 5 yards, 7 yards down, turned around and said, pitch it to me, and they do, and the catch is made. I believe that is Evan Jerome that makes the catch and gives Richfield a first down.
And they brought the trips on this near side to take a little bit of the pressure off that far side and then threw it to the lone receiver. Went right through. It looked like the hands of a Delta defender. Had a chance to maybe even pick that off, but first down.
Richfield will stay in that formation, and here is Willardson. He'll just hand it off to his back. Coming right up the middle to the 35. It'll be a gain of a couple for the Wildcats. Again, Ripstein, the ball carrier, he will have the bulk of the work tonight as far as carrying the ball.
Yeah, and he's shown that he can run the ball hard, so feed it to him if you're Richfield and get what you can get.
29 yards rushing now for the Wildcats. They've got the one pass completion for 8. Here's the second down and 8. Here is the give to Peyton Hafen, trying to scoot around the right side. And he's just crafty enough to step through a couple of tackles and gets out close to another first down.
That's what you call quickness, Ken. There's a couple of things that really help you in football. One's speed, one's quickness. I don't know if the overall speed's there, but he tiptoed right up in there with some great quickness, and that was a nice run. And here we are again in quarterback sneak territory.
Yep. Less than a yard for the Wildcats. The ball is just inside of the 43 of Richfield. 2:45 to go here in the first quarter and no score, and they'll look to the sideline again for the call. And Willardson, just same thing as before, takes it himself, and he's going to have about 3 yards across the 45-yard line and a first down.
You know, and when you know that's coming, still gets 3 yards, that's pretty effective. And here Richfield is about where they turned the ball over last time. They've been able to move the ball somewhat, but put both these two drives together and you're down in scoring position. But
clock continues to run. 2:15 left here in the first quarter. From Delta High School, we are scoreless as Richfield has a first down from their own 46-yard line. Backs are split behind Willardson, and now they'll have a receiver near side, one to the far side. Here's the give to Ripstein. Off the right side, bounces it out and picks up a couple. Brings up a second down and long. Richfield has yet to go downfield through the air. They've thrown the little short out to the right side for 8 yards and a first down. Second down and 8 for the Wildcats. The ball at the 48-yard line of Richfield. 1:37 and counting here in the first quarter. And
you
again,
can tell, Ken, it's just going to be a battle here tonight for points.
Willardson takes it, keeps it himself, steps up through the hole. Going to pick up nice yardage. 6, almost 7 yards, and it'll give him a third down and manageable. Into Delta territory to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, and Willardson's a big kid. He kind of reminds me of the big tall quarterback from the University of Utah, 6'6", but he lumbers up through there pretty good.
He does. Again, no huddle as the entire team lines up, and then they turn and get the call from the coach. Now they'll come set. Willardson under center, one lone setback. That's Ripstein, and he's got 2 receivers far side, 2 to the near side. He'll pitch it to Ripstein, coming around this left side. Got blockers in front of him, and he will take it inside of the 40. First down and 10 for the Wildcats to the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
And that time the end blocker this time did a good job of sealing that defensive end of Delta and gave Ripstein a pretty good alley there to get that first down.
We approach 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. First down and 10. 39-yard line is where Richfield has the ball. Out of the shotgun, Willardson follows Ripstein to the right side. Being chased around that right side. Going to try and get what he can, and that'll be fairly effective as he'll get a couple, almost 3 yards, close to the 36-yard line.
Boy, and Richfield does a lot of wide stuff, a lot of lateral stuff, hoping that they can just find a crease in that defensive Delta and turn it upfield.
And that's the end of the first quarter. We are scoreless here with the Wildcats and the Rabbits. When we come back, Richfield will have it from the Delta 36-yard line. Second down and 7. We'll be back after this.
The government and community leaders in Millard County today were molded into the people they have become by the experiences and opportunities during their high school years. The same stands true for the future leaders of Delta City. That's why the City Council and Mayor of Delta are thoroughly invested in providing opportunities for the students of Delta High School to assist them in reaching their potential. Delta City appreciates the opportunity to support Delta High School academics and this Delta Rabbits sports broadcast.
Ladies, Veritas Funding has the medicine for a wide range of month-end financial maladies. Too much month at the end of the money, outrageous home mortgage rates, too much house, or just plain old cabin fever. A visit to Veritas Funding is just what the doctor ordered. Bill and the professional staff at Veritas Funding will liven up your lives with a new or refinance package tailored to your personal situation. Veritas and historic low interest rates can put some excitement back in your life. Call 893-0113. That's 893-0113.
And back live, Richfield with it on a second down and about 7 off the right tackle. A gain of a couple brings up a third down and about 4 for the Wildcats. And again, they'll get the call from the sideline.
And watching their kicker before the game, Ken, they're going to have to get another 20 yards in order to be in reasonable field goal range.
Willardson again takes it out of the shotgun, out in the flat right side and through the hands of the intended receiver at about the 28-yard line. He was looking out there for Trenton Utley, and that falls incomplete.
And I think that was a good thing that he did throw that out front where it was complete, because he was well covered. There was a Delta defender there just about ready to pick that one and go to the house.
Yep. In fact, I believe, was that Trace Willoughby that was out there?
Yep.
So a big play here for the Wildcats as it's 4th down and 3 from the 32-yard line of Delta. Just underway, second quarter. We are scoreless. Richfield looking to keep this drive alive. One lone setback behind Willardson. He'll bring the slot receiver up next to him. Wants him to go on by, and does. And now they'll come back to the right side, and he dives ahead. I'm not sure if he got it or not. If they mark it at the 30, he's going to be about a half a yard short, and I believe Richfield's going to turn it over on downs.
That's just exactly where they did mark it. Half a yard short. He just kind of got hit, lost his balance. If he was able to just keep his balance, he had a big enough hole there.
So the Delta defense comes through there and gets the ball back for their offense. This will be the third possession of the ball game for the Rabbits. They have gone 3 and out on their prior 2 possessions. We'll see if Delta can get any kind of offensive flow going right here. From their own 30-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10. Here's the give. Almanza trying to get around that left side, and he'll dive ahead close to a gain of 5 to the 35-yard line. Again, glad to have you with us here on a Thursday night edition of Utah High School Activity Association football. Alongside Coach Dean Fowles, I'm Ken Nielsen. Also in the booth with us, Barrett Hilton, as he's our engineer tonight, producing this one, and our cameraman, Taylor Thompson. We appreciate all the folks that work so hard to put this together, and also the folks back at KMGR Radio. Here's the give. Victor Almanza, second man through, up the middle. Picks up another 4. It'll be 3rd down and about a yard. Delta so far with just 21 yards of rushing here in the ball game. They're 0 for 2 throwing the ball. And Richfield with 62 yards rushing. They have the one completion for 8 yards. But we're still scoreless. 10:25 to go here in the first half. Double tight this time for the Rabbits. They'll stay with that inverted wishbone behind Bracken Lovell. 3rd down and a yard. Here's the give. Victor Almanza, he'll have the 1st down as he takes it out close to the 42-yard line.
And there you're just handing the ball off to the deep tailback behind as many people as they could possibly get. A little bit delayed second handoff through and got the 1st down.
You talked about how different these 2 offenses are, even though both teams are running the ball. Delta, they like to take that wishbone, tip it upside down. You know much about that inverted wishbone. And they'll go with a little counter. They'll go with the first back through. They'll follow with the 2 back, which is Victor Almanza. Single wide left side. Now they'll go Daxton Johnson right side. And now, wow, I'm not sure what happened there. Bracken Lovell kept it, comes left side, cut it up, and I thought he was going to keep it, and he must have pitched it. And it goes out of bounds for a 5-yard loss all the way back at the 36, and there is a flag on the play as well.
I think that was the Delta wide receiver coming in trying to block that second man in and got him right in the back. At least that's what it looked to me.
And this decision time here for Coach Thorson, do you take the penalty and give him first down over, or do you take the play, which was a loss of 5? Now they're going to mark that. He's going to take the penalty because they're going to mark it from the 37, which takes the ball all the way back to the 27. So
I think if that was from the line of scrimmage or even downfield, you probably don't. But
wow. So it is now first down and about 23 yards to go. All the way back to the 27-yard line. They've got to take it to the 49 of Richfield for a first down. Here's Austin Chapel taking it across the 30 out to the 31. And now here's a late flag, personal foul, on Richfield. That'll be a 15-yarder. I don't know if that's an automatic first down. We'll have to wait and see. It's 4 yards on the carry for Austin Chapel, and I think it's a dead ball foul after the play. So they will mark it from the 31.
But what a foolish play, I guess, right there.
And it is not an automatic first down, apparently. So it will take it to the 46 of Richfield. But all of a sudden, you get the penalty yardage back and then some.
Yeah, but they are keeping it as a first down, unless they just haven't changed. They've changed the down box, so it was a dead ball foul.
So second down and 7 after the run by Chapel, and then the penalty on top.
Yeah,
so
you had the ball turned back over to you, basically. Now you're allowing Delta a chance to get back in. Those are things that drive coaches crazy.
Chapel in motion. Second back through. Almanza breaks a tackle inside the 50 and out of bounds at the 45-yard line of Richfield. That'll be a 9-yard gain and a first down.
Little things during the course of the game make huge consequences after the game. That may be a play right there that coach tonight says, if we just wouldn't have, then who knows.
Delta now in a little bit of a hurry here, as they'll come with 2 wide receivers, one to the far side, one to the near side, Finlayson and Peterson, and now here's Bracken. Cuts it up himself inside the 40, takes it down to about the 37-yard line. That'll be a gain of 7, almost 8 yards. And now, injured player down on the field. Player from Richfield down.
Which you hate to see, Ken.
Absolutely.
This is a violent game out there, especially when a kid's reaching for an appendage. You can tell he's in some pain.
They're going to get him.
Yeah, they're going to get him right up, which is a good thing. But that looked like it's some kind of a leg injury, which you hate to see. The most important thing is let these kids get back to where they can.
Then you know all about that, because one of your favorite players went down last week in Taysom Hill. I know you were heartbroken about that as he went down awkwardly, broke a leg, and now without him, BYU was struggling tonight. The last score we had from BYU in Central Florida was 10-0 Central Florida.
10-3 at half.
So BYU did get a field goal.
But no, you're kind of putting me on on the spot there.
I know you're a big BYU fan.
Yeah, big BYU fan, but you hate to see anybody get hurt from any team.
Second down and a short 8, and now Richfield forced to take a timeout. Let's take it with them. With 8:43 to go in the first half, we are scoreless. We'll be back with a second down and 2 right after this.
At Level Pharmacy in Delta, we put the love in customer service. We do it by offering so much more than just pharmaceutical care. Try our Jackson Hole Soda, BYU ice cream, and our cheese curds from Beaver Cheese Plant. For all of your gift-giving needs, from baby showers to birthday presents, shop Level Pharmacy. And don't forget our nice, informative, caring staff. Remember, we put the love in customer service at Level Pharmacy. Find us at 111 East Main Street in Delta.
And as we come back live here to Delta High School, second down and just under 2 to go for the Rabbits with 8:43 to go in this first half. And I'm not sure why he wound it, Coach. The referee says, let's wind it. I thought they coming out of a timeout, you'd do it on the snap, but maybe it wasn't a timeout.
No.
Here is Almanza, first down to the 30-yard line as he picks up almost 7 yards.
It was a timeout, so I don't understand why you wound it, but...
That's a long ride home tonight. Let's get the game over.
But you never mess with the big dog in the white hat out there.
You bet you one of our good friends here tonight running the show, Mr. Bob Kromenhoek here tonight. We appreciate him being with us and his staff. And here is the give. Trace Willoughby off the right tackle, scoots ahead for a gain of about 3, close to the 27-yard line of Richfield.
You know, and as you just mentioned, Ken, referee wants to get this game over in a hurry. This game is going by in a hurry with both teams running the same kind of offense, both of them running the ball, and there being 2 or 3 plays in between first downs. Boy, that clock does run in a hurry.
Yeah, we are under 8 minutes to go here in the first half. 2nd down and 7. Ball on the towards the far hash mark, far side of the field. They'll stay tight on the formation with the inverted wishbone behind Bracken Lovell. They show blitz. Back out now Bracken. Nowhere to go. He is stacked up at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Pretty nice effort there. I'll try and get a number. The middle linebacker, I believe, for Richfield is the one that came up and made the hit, and that would have been, that's Austin Briggs, I believe. But it's no gain for the Delta quarterback right there.
I was just going to say Delta would like to take 5 more minutes off this clock and get one in the end zone, but pretty good stand right there by the Richfield Wildcats.
Yeah, Michael Torgerson, I believe they say. So Delta back to pass is Bracken Lovell. Looking, going to let her go. And throws it out of bounds. Incomplete. It'll be 4th down and decision time for Coach Russ Fowles.
I don't think there's any decision here other than if he may try to kick the field goal. And I really think he's got enough foot to kick the field goal. I mean, it's going to be about a 45-yarder, but he had plenty of leg to kick a 45-yarder, and 3 points might be enough to put a damper in this game.
Victor Almanza, the 2-back, is also the field goal kicker, and he's got a good leg. He's one of the Delta soccer players, and it'd be interesting to see him try it. They won't. They will go for it. Almanza's going to come in motion to the left side. Delta hands it off. Here's a little bit of reverse. Back to Almanza, who came around, and he needs one block to get to the first down, and he's got it. Well, there's a great call there if you're a Delta fan, as they got the flow coming near side and then came back with Almanza, who'd gone in motion, and he gets the first.
And I'm glad to see that play called regardless. You know, you would think Richfield would be looking for something like that right now, but I'm glad to see that call if you're Delta, that little bit of variety. They're so 2-back oriented, that deep tailback oriented, that a lot of people really, that's who they look at in this Delta offense. So when you get him in motion, kind of throws things up for grabs a little bit.
So the ball at the 19-yard line of Richfield. Bracken Lovell keeps it himself, steps inside a tackle, and is thrown down hard, and he'll pick up a couple. Brings up a 2nd down, and we'll actually call it, we'll give him 2, call it 8.
I've never understood this. You always, when you say we'll give him 2, I've never understood why you give him 2 when he got 2.
Yeah.
You know, you're always very cordial to give them what they got there.
So Mr. Kromenhoek, the referee, usually has an earphone listening to me.
Yeah.
Boy, if I had a lot of influence over the years over them, huh?
Yes, you have.
2nd down and 8. In motion is going to be Trace Willoughby, left to right. They'll come back left side, though. Here's Bracken Lovell looking, nowhere to go with it, and he is taken out of bounds at the 15. It will be another gain of about 2, almost 3. Sets up a 3rd down and 5. People staying home on that right side for Richfield, doing a nice job.
And the 2nd man in block, again, was just not that effective. That wide receiver's got to come down and get that 2nd man in. Now, right now, Richfield looks like they have 8 in the box, so it's going to be that outside linebacker that's right there, and he's just been more effective. Now they're in a little bit different defense right here.
3rd down and just under 5 to go. Here's the give. Almanza off the right tackle, churning his legs, trying to get ahead, and he's close to the first down.
Yeah, I think he's actually going to have the first down. Great individual effort there by Almanza. He's not a very big kid either. Looks like they're going to measure for it, but he runs the ball hard. Both teams have backs that run the ball hard.
Again, our thanks to all of our sponsors that are with us here tonight. McDonald's, along with Intermountain Power, Jorgensen Honda, Central Valley Medical Center, Service Drug, Delta Medical Center, Drew Bay Chevrolet, along with RC Staples, Delta City, Lovell Pharmacy, Oasis Seed Co-op, Snow College, Sunrise Engineering, and SUU. And they measure, and they'll stretch it out, and it is a first down. So the ball is at the 9-yard line.
And, Ken, as you read those sponsors that we appreciate very, very much, I noticed that there's not all of those you have not given your time to, but I do notice that you were down at McDonald's. trying out a new job.
Yeah.
And we're very effective from what I understand.
I ran the cash register at McDonald's here a couple of weeks ago on a little fundraiser with the school, and I took some 300 orders that night.
Yeah.
They were very impressed with my efficiency at the counter. Here we go on the first down. Here is the give. Almanza, nowhere to go. He is stacked up at about the 8-yard line. A host of Richfield tacklers. We'll see if we can't get a couple of numbers. I believe 11 in on it. That's Trent Nutley. He came up, made a nice hit. Also in on the tackle, Grayson Miller.
And Nutley is your prototype linebacker, Ken. He just built like a linebacker out there. Might be a good idea to go away from him.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 9-yard line. Ball here on the near hash mark. 4.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Double tights. And Bracken back to pass. Nowhere to go, and he's going to be sacked. And I believe coming in on the sack, if I was correct, is that Austin Briggs, 51?
I believe it is, and that's, boy, just a huge play. Bracken Lovell used to looking to that play side as he boots out of there, but this time that backside linebacker, defensive end's the one that came in and got him, and he's lucky he didn't fumble that ball, Ken, because he didn't even see him coming.
So from the 9-yard line, they push him all the way out to the 15, or excuse me, to the 17. So it's an 8-yard loss on the play. Back to pass, Bracken over the middle, got a man open, complete touchdown. Bracken Lovell hits his back coming through, and I believe it's Austin Chappell, if I got a number correct there.
That is correct.
Yep.
Nice little post from out of the backfield, and got a step on his man. Ball was thrown on the money, and as a result, you get a touchdown.
So on the first completed pass of the night for the Rabbits, they get the score, and they take the lead 6-0 with 3:44 to go here in this first half, and now Victor Almanza on for the point after try. Snap is back, holds
See,
good.
look at that kick, Ken. That kick could go through from 50 yards easy.
So once again, with 3:44 to go, Delta claims the lead 7-0. We'll be back after this 1-minute break.
Larson's Ace Hardware is your helpful place for end-of-summer savings. It's canning season, and Larson's has a huge inventory of canning supplies at prices that are sure to put a smile on your face. Hey, it's not too early to start thinking about cold weather. Larson's Ace Hardware has you covered whatever the season, including hunting season. Larson's Ace is hardware with an attitude, a helpful attitude. Check it out today at Larson's Ace Hardware, the helpful place in Richfield.
The type of medical care you receive shouldn't depend on where you live. People in rural towns should receive high-quality medicine just like those in big cities. Delta Community Medical Center and Fillmore Community Medical Center both provide the same quality care and advanced technology you'd receive if you drove to the city. What they do well. Intermountain's Fillmore Community Medical Center and Delta Community Medical Center. Healing for life.
A returnable kick by Richfield, fumbled, picked up, and here comes the running back, runs over a would-be tackler, and that is Jensen Magleby, just running hard, takes it all the way out to about the 35, but a flag was thrown here on the near side. We'll wait for the call.
It almost would have to be a hold, I would think. He wasn't down the line of scrimmage.
Oh,
no, sideline. I was going to say, or
that's
a
my favorite call.
Yeah, or a sideline warning because he wasn't even in the play, didn't look at the play, and
Okay.
There you go.
Sideline warning
I'm
doesn't.
not gonna
now
comment,
last week we had a sideline warning that cost him 5 yards.
Yeah,
this week it's just a warning, so
yeah.
You never know. One lone setback, and they'll give it to him, and he's taken down right at the line of scrimmage. This time for Richfield, ball carrier 32, and I don't have a 32 here on our roster. I don't know if that might be Chase Hernandez. We apologize for not having that one, but it is no gain on the play. 2nd down and 10 as Willardson is going to drop back inside of his own 30. Looking over the middle and complete, and then the receiver taken down hard after he makes the catch, but a nice catch by the receiver, and I believe making it that is Matthew Griffin, who made a nice catch and then really took a pretty good shot. 8 yards on the pass completion. Sets up a 3rd down and 2. The ball just inside the 44-yard line of Richfield. This time, Willardson will come up under center. Backs are split behind the 6'6 quarterback. He'll have a receiver far side, one to the near side. Here is the give to the second back through. Bounces it outside. He has a 1st down with a gain of about 4 yards. Peyton Hafen on the carry gives Richfield a new set of downs. Give him 5 yards, in fact, on the carry. How about this, Coach? Both teams with exactly 67 yards rushing tonight. Richfield has 16 yards passing. Delta has 17.
Yeah.
So only 1 yard of offense separates these two teams, and, of course, the 1 touchdown.
Yeah, and 2:10 left in the game. Can Richfield wasted about 30 seconds right there. Now, I don't know what
Here's Willardson. He'll keep it
philosophy
himself out of the shotgun, and he's going to be thrown for a loss of a couple right there.
I thought that maybe Richfield would be a little more apt to throw the ball.
Well, a loss of 2. The ball back at the 41-yard line of Richfield. They've got to take it to about the 42 of Delta. And the clock running with 1:40 to go as they look to the sideline, wait for the call. And again, Willardson in the shotgun, stands back at his own 40. He's got a back to his right and 4 receivers out in the pattern. Back to pass, Willardson. Here comes the rush, and he's taken, nope, not yet. Now he is taken down at the 36-yard line. This is going to be a loss of 10. And now if you're Delta, do you think about taking a timeout?
Well, I think you go after him right here if you have him. Certainly you're not out anything to use him.
It's 3rd down and about 21 yards to go as they are all the way back at the 37-yard line. Under a minute to go, 55 seconds and counting. Delta leads it 7-0. And Willardson again in the shotgun with a back to his right. 2 receivers far side, 2 to the near side. Back to pass, Willardson going to step up, lets it go down the middle. Got a man open, and he fell down as he tried to adjust back to the pattern at the 30-yard line.
And very, very fortunate because he was 5 yards behind the defender. That was just a touchdown if he throws that ball on the money.
He was looking, I believe, for Matthew Griffin, and he was open, but the ball was back over his outside shoulder, so he had to make an adjustment to turn back and just couldn't do so, or they might have had 6 right there. So the clock is stopped with 41 seconds to go in the half. Richfield will punt this one away on a 4th down and 21. Here's the kick. Beautiful high punt. Nobody back for this one. Ball bounces at the 23 sideways. Rolls dead at the 21. So again, another decent defensive stand for the Rabbits. Richfield did pick up 1 first down and then had to punt it away. How about that last drive, Coach, for Delta? Vintage Delta football. 17 plays to go, 70 yards in the score.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about when they said they want to take 5 minutes off the clock. Well, they didn't get quite that, but just about. And so that's how they're successful.
Now we'll see if Delta is going to be conservative right here, and I believe they are. I think they're just going to take a knee and run the half out, and they will. So the clock rolls. We're under 30 to go here, and both teams going to head to the locker room as this clock is going to run out. But Delta has the 1 score, as we mentioned, their last possession. 70-yard drive in 17 plays, and it was a 17-yard pass completion to Austin Chapel for the score, and that'll do it for the first half. Delta leads us 7-0. Let's kick it back to our studios as you listen to Delta High and Richfield High football right here on KM 5 on local channel 10. We'll be back after this break.
Hey, hold up there. Don't blow your hard-earned money on ag supplies and such until you visit Oasis Seed Cooperative in Delta. There's Montana Silversmith and that special lady. Well, hey, Oasis Seed has your planting supplies too, but Oasis Seed is more than a seed company. Animal health products, livestock panels, gates, poles, fencing supplies, for sure, but so much more. Wrangler, tack, saddles, and much more. Work hard, but spend wisely at Oasis Seed Cooperative, 290 North, 1000 West, Delta.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking in Salina has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking's Big Blue trucks are recognizable throughout the Intermountain West, hauling products that keep this country running. Barney Trucking is honored to be a part of Central Utah and supports our local schools. When you're out on the roads, remember to drive safely. Barney Trucking of Salina, proud to support the high school teams this season.
Every night's like family night at Jorgensen Bowling Center and Herb's Place. When you want the best burger in town, you'll find it at Herb's Place. Got a birthday or special event? You'll find the facilities at Jorgensen Bowling Center and Herb's Place. If you want arcade games, you'll find them at Jorgensen Bowling Center. If you want a light show and cosmic bowling, hey, you'll find it at Jorgensen Bowling Center. Your family deserves the best. Your family or event is special to Jorgensen Bowling Center and Herb's Place, 980 South Coveview Road, Richfield.
Why travel for a big city look when you can get it right here for a fraction of the cost? Designer Trends in Richfield has the latest styles you're looking for, but will save you the hassle of a trip to the city. Designer Trends now carries men's clothing as well. For the latest deals and savings, like Designer Trends on Facebook and check out our website, designertrends.com. Designer Trends is located at 8 North Main Street in Richfield.
Choosing a college is tough, but there's a big difference between 25 and 500 students in a class. SUU has small classes. It's a big difference if your professor is teaching class or doing research. SUU professors are in the classroom teaching and calling on you by name. At SUU, distinguished faculty are in small classes teaching rigorous nationally accredited programs on a safe campus in an unrivaled natural setting. Southern Utah University. There is a difference.
When I was thinking about going back to school, I got pretty nervous just knowing I had a young family and money was tight for us. As a mother, online courses were perfect for my busy schedule. One of the things that was huge for me was how affordable this program was. Without the online courses, I know I wouldn't be able to finish school or transfer to a major university. I will always be grateful for Snow College in helping me reach my goals and helping me set the pathway for my future.
And welcome to the Southern Utah University halftime show here at Delta High School. Southern Utah University, where you get involved in your education and experience more. And we appreciate Southern Utah University. I know Coach Fowles, I was going to say he's a graduate of Southern Utah University. They didn't teach him how to run the headset very well. He's still working on that, but he got it on. I'm a graduate of Southern Utah University, and they're our sponsor, so we appreciate them being here with us tonight.
Absolutely. They're always calling me, asking me to sponsor them, so I'm glad they're sponsoring back. So
absolutely.
Yes.
So far here in this first half, not a lot of offense. 7-0 is your halftime score. As we look at the numbers real quick for both of these teams. First off, for the Richfield Wildcats, 23 rushing attempts here in this first half for 55 total yards. Willardson is 2 for 4 throwing the ball for 16 yards. So 71 total yards for the Wildcats here in this first half. They have the 1 turnover. Delta on the other side, 19 rushing attempts for 67 yards. Bracken Lovell is 1 for 4 throwing the ball for 17 yards. That 1 completed pass was for a touchdown, so 84 total yards for the Rabbits. So very similar in total yards, but Delta does have the lead right now.
yeah, both teams just mimic each other as far as what they do, just out of a different set. Richfield look like they have the potential to throw the ball fairly well. I mean, the drag play over the middle was wide open. They've had a guy wide open for a touchdown, and that's the difference in the game. You've got to execute that play, and when you have that opportunity, you've got to take advantage of it. Delta, on the other hand, took advantage of the play. Then they got the guy open on the little post in the middle out of the backfield, and so that's just the difference in the game, and things like that. We figured we're going to make a difference, just little things. Yep. Turning the ball over, Richfield basically has turned it over twice. Once was on downs, but that's still a turnover, and so I expect pretty much the same thing coming out in the second half. I would think that Richfield would probably come out and throw the ball a little bit more. Delta has been, prone to letting the long pass get to him, and so I'm kind of surprised that Richfield hasn't taken more shots downfield than what they, especially when they saw they had the guy wide open on the one they did throw.
So once again, you're listening in on the Southern Utah University Halftime Show alongside Coach Dean Fowles. I'm Ken Nielsen. Also here in the booth with us, Mr. Barrett Hilton. He is our engineer tonight, along with Taylor Thompson outside the booth running the camera on a beautiful evening here on a Thursday night with these two teams both needing a win here tonight. Richfield does have the one victory. Delta needs one to stay in the hunt for a playoff berth. And, Coach, as I look back again to that first half, aside from the turnover that they had, one play that really, really cost Richfield was the personal foul call on the dead ball that gave Delta 15 yards and got them back up to a second down and about 6 or 7 that kept that drive alive, and that's the drive that they scored on.
Yeah, that would, without a doubt. I mean, the game's 0-0 without that. In fact, that's almost as good as a turnover right there because you had the ball. You had the ball coming your way, and, wow, that's just one of those things you just cannot do. Get away with it every once in a while in a game that you're well ahead, but not in a game like this.
Well, let's take another 3-minute break, after which we'll come back to the Southern Utah University Halftime Show, and we'll bring you some scores from around the state on limited action. So once again, 7-0 Delta leads it. We'll be back after this 3-minute break.
DP Curtis Trucking has been helping move America for many years. It's a reflection of the drivers, employees, and ownership. DP Curtis is a family-oriented business that gets their drivers home weekly with paid vacation, weekly pay, health and dental insurance, and a 401k plan and more. If you need trucking services or would like to join the DP Curtis family, call 435-896-4417. That's 896-4417.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is proud to bring you this presentation. IPSC is a community-minded company that contributes to our local schools, community organizations, and economy. The Intermountain Power Project consistently ranks among the best of America's coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. Intermountain Power Service Corporation strives for perfection and is honored to be actively involved with Delta, Millard, and Juab high schools.
Basin Machinery takes vertical tillage to the max with the Turbo Max from Great Plains. With its hydraulically adjustable gang angle, the Turbo Max gives you lots of options. In the fall, you can run the machine at an angle to bury more residue. And in the spring, you can run it straight to create an excellent vertically tilled seed bed, all to help you achieve the best yields. Call Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora today to see what the Turbo Max can do for you. Mason Machinery in Great Plains. Harvest starts here.
Every morning, millions of people skip breakfast. But thanks to McDonald's Dollar Menu at breakfast, they'll have to find something else to skip, like waiting for the shower to warm up, putting in their contacts. Ow. Or they could just wear that wet towel to work.
Good morning, everyone.
There are options, people, but skipping McDonald's Dollar Menu at breakfast isn't one of them. So grab a sausage burrito, sausage McMuffin sandwich, premium roast coffee, and more for just $1 each. That's the simple joy of breakfast at McDonald's.
Your Delta McDonald's, a proud supporter of Delta High School sports.
At Zions Bank, they haven't forgotten who keeps them in business. It's you. While Zions Bank has offices in 10 western states, you are still number one. From checking and savings to business and personal loans, Zions Bank now offers its customers online banking services. Zions Bank is a leader in providing electronic banking services. If you haven't seen what Zions Bank has to offer you, stop in today. Zions Bank in Richfield, 55 West, 100 North, behind the post office. The health care you receive shouldn't depend on where you live, and you can rest assured that Sevier Valley Medical Center provides our communities with the same high-quality care and advanced technology services you'd receive if you drove to the city. From full-time specialty services such as ENT, orthopedics, podiatry, and internal medicine to a wide range of outpatient services, including imaging, respiratory therapy, and dialysis. High-quality health care with a personal hometown touch. Intermountain Sevier Valley Medical Center, healing for life.
You want a quality education? How's this? All of SUU's nursing graduates passed their licensing exam on the first try in May of 2010. 100% of our students, not most of them, all of them. Small classes, caring faculty, the best facilities. That equals quality. Again, in May of 2011, 100% of our students passed the test. That's quality. You expect it, SUU delivers it.
And welcome back inside the booth here at Delta High School as you are listening to the Southern Utah University Halftime Show. An education designed to give you a memorable experience. Look into Southern Utah University and experience more. Once again, alongside Coach Dean Fowles, I'm Ken Nielsen with the gang from Centricom. Glad to have you with us here, whether you're on KMGR Radio or watching it live on local Channel 10 or on the internet at centricom.com, as we're worldwide bringing you high school athletics. Again, 7-0 is your halftime score here. Delta leads it. And we look at some of the other scores. It's a limited football schedule here tonight because of the Thursday night game. The reason we're playing Thursday night is next week the fall break comes Thursday and Friday. So next week Delta and other teams will play Wednesday night. And so they wanted to kind of spread that out a little bit and play it tonight, Thursday, instead of tomorrow night. So,
yeah, give you an extra day of rest.
Yep. So here's a couple of scores to pass along to you. In the 3A North, Judge Memorial in the second quarter leads Emory 44-0. And so Judge kind of flexing their muscle in that one.
Yeah, and you kind of act a little bit surprised when you showed that to me a minute ago. I'm not surprised because Emory is very, very young this year, and they're going to take their lumps all year long. But
yep. Another score from the 3A North, Morgan, with 3:50 to go in the second quarter. They lead Grantsville 28-0. Of course, here in the 3A South, this one, Delta leads Richfield 7-0. Canyon View with 7:49 to go in the half. Canyon View leading North Sanpete 14-0. Your thoughts on that one?
Well, I just think North Sanpete's down a little bit this year. That's why Richfield has their lone win in region this year against North Sanpete, and that's why I think this bodes well for Delta here tonight. If they can get a win here, then I think they've got a great opportunity to get into the playoffs, because I think they can go over there and win that game. Now, it's not going to be easy, especially on, senior night there at North Sanpete, but I just think North Sanpete's down a little bit. That's why I think this game is more so important. It's not going to make any difference if you don't win this game, but I think if you do, you have a great opportunity, and I'm sure Richfield's looking at it the same way, because I don't know who they have left on their schedule, but it's probably Manti or
well, I can tell you who it is because I've got some things written down. They've already played Manti. They lost to Manti. They've played Canyon View, North Sanpete, Manti, and us. So they've got Juab left on their schedule. I was going to say,
I was thinking it was either Juab or
that's why
Manti.
this game is so important to
Absolutely.
Richfield. If you're a Richfield fan, you really want this one because Juab's a tough, there's no doubt that's a tough one.
It is, and it's just totally opposite flavors as you're moving forward. Delta has an opportunity, a great opportunity next week to win, and Manti has a very difficult opportunity next week, so that's why this game is so important here tonight.
Bear River leads Park City 21-0 in the second. Juan Diego trailing Stansbury 21-14. Ben Lomond over Uena 7-0 still in the first. Dixie down south leading Payson 21-0. Hurricane and Pineview are tied up at 6 apiece in the first quarter. And some of the other games, some of the bigger schools up north. Desert Hills leads Tooele 14-7. And a couple of scores in soccer today. Manti defeated Grand 3-0. South Summit over North Sevier 7-0. Layton Christian and Mazer Prep were at 4 o'clock. Haven't seen a score on that. St. Joseph defeats Roland Hall 2-1. Waterford over Summit Academy 4-1. Millard beats Beaver 8-0. And we still haven't, just right across from us here, didn't get a score yet on the girls' soccer here. Delta defeats Parowan 3-1 today here in Delta. So
that makes so that Delta and Millard in this league have a flip to see who goes into playoffs, first seed and second seed.
So again, we want to thank our sponsors, DP Curtis Trucking, Zions Bank of Richfield, Mason Machinery, Sevier Valley Hospital, Centricom, Channel 10, Jones and DeMille Engineering, Riverstone Contractors, Andy's Market, Veritas Funding, Larson's Ace Hardware, Farm Bureau Insurance, and Stephen Peterson. Barney Trucking, Jorgensen Lanes and Herb's Place, Designer Trends, Snow College, Sunrise Engineering, and SUU. You've been listening to the Southern Utah University Halftime Show. Let's go back to our studios, after which we'll come back with the second half kickoff after this.
Stop in today and experience Service First at Service Drug in Delta and Fillmore. Service Drug is not only your full-service pharmacy, but offers a wide range of books, home decor items, greeting cards, KitchenAid appliances, and so much more. Service Drug is open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. and also on Saturdays for your convenience. Come see the courteous staff at Service Drug, 215 West Main in Delta and 40 North Main in Fillmore. Experience Service First at Service Drug in Delta and Fillmore.
The Fairview Telephone Company was founded in 1903 to bring telephone service to small communities in central Utah when no one else would. That small phone company is now Centricom, and our vision hasn't changed. We want rural central Utah to have the very best options for high-speed internet, cable TV, and home phone. Why? Because we live here too. Centricom, your local telecommunications company.
Every day is a good day to shop Drew Bay Truck. Check out the all-new, from the hubcaps to the headliner, 2014 Chevy Silverado. The all-new Silverado has four-wheel disc brakes for superb stopping ability. This beast boasts 355 horsepower with 383 foot-pounds of torque, up to 420 horses and 450 pounds of torque. You choose. Be sure to ask about active fuel management and optional bed lengths and other available options. The all-new 2014 Chevy Silverado makes every day a good day to shop Drew Bay. Drew Bay Chevrolet, Delta.
For integrity, honesty, and technical expertise, think of Jones and DeMille Engineering. With offices in Richfield, Roosevelt, Price, and Manti, they're committed to science with civil and structural engineering, construction management, surveys and GIS mapping, and material testing. They use state-of-the-art equipment to help you meet your budgets and deadlines. Visit jonesanddemille.com or find them on Facebook. Since 1982, Jones and DeMille Engineering, your infrastructure professionals.
Have you heard? Central Valley Medical providing orthopedic surgery. That's right, Dr. Joel Holman is a full-time orthopedic surgeon practicing in Nephi. You no longer need to drive to the Wasatch Front for hip replacement, knee replacement, fracture care, hand surgery, and general orthopedic care. Dr. Holman completed a residency in general orthopedics and a fellowship in hand surgery at the U of U and sees patients in the Nephi Medical Clinic inside Central Valley Medical Center. Call 435-623-3633, 623-3633.
And as we come back live to start this second half, a nice return by Jensen Magleby out to about the 36-yard line is where Richfield will start this second half. A couple other notes to pass along as we look ahead. Canyon View will play at Manti on October 24th. And a score, Juab actually beat Canyon View 53-39, they say. So it gives you a little information looking ahead. So here we go. From the Richfield 36-yard line, Wildcats trail it 7-0 and give to the first back through, coming up through the middle.
And Ken, I wouldn't be surprised as you saw that play, you may see them throw a flag on that quarterback because he just leaning forward quite a bit before that ball's even snapped, and he's just like anybody else back there. He's got to stay set. And
another observation I'll make here in just a minute, as Willardson out of the shotgun. And right up front, up through the middle. Not much there. Maybe a yard ahead to about the 40. Now, my observation, Coach, you notice that the big running back, number 30, that's Ryder Ripstein, is not out there. Is he the one that went off with the bad wheel earlier in the first half? That's a big loss if they can't get him back in the lineup.
Yeah, that is a huge loss, and I couldn't tell you for sure if that was the case, but haven't got him in there.
3rd down and 5. Willardson keeps it himself and tries to turn it forward for the first down marker. Going to pick up 3 yards to the 44. It'll bring up 4th down and about 2 to go.
And that was a broken play from the beginning. You could tell he thought there was a fake coming on that option look, and there was nobody there, so he just turned it to the right. Now made a pretty good play of it by turning up, but there's the hard thing right there, Ken, is he's a big, tall kid, and the defense was able to get up under his pads and not allow him to fall forward, because from where he was, if he just could have fallen forward. So that's a pretty good job by the Delta defense there, and I'm quite surprised, Ken, that they would go for it, burn a timeout, and then go for it this early.
So there is a timeout on the field. Richfield wants to talk about it, facing a 4th down and 2 with 10:15 to go in the third. We'll be back after this 1-minute break.
RC Staples has been your family shoe and clothing outlet in Delta since 1995. If you need to outfit an individual, a family, or a missionary, RC Staples is the place. There's luggage, tuxedo rentals, and much more. RC Staples is very conscious of changing styles and fashion trends as they cater to the lifestyle, budget, and tastes of Millard County residents. Hey, RC Staples is both trendy and price conscious. So shop with confidence. That's RC Staples, 261 West Main, Delta. RC Staples has been your...
And back live, 4th down and 2, and now Richfield decides to drop into punt formation. We'll see if they kick this one away. And we did get some information. Ripstein has a sprained ankle, and so that's a huge loss for them.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised they're kicking it because I think that was the right thing to do, but I'm surprised they burned that timeout to decide that because they may need that timeout later.
So the punt is away and will fall dead at about the 17-yard line of Delta, where Rabbits will take over for their first possession of the second half. In that first half, Coach, both teams only had 3 possessions.
Yeah,
So
when you run this kind of type of football, that's what happens. And I'm surprised the Delta defender there, or punt returner, didn't get that ball. That was just never did get 6 feet off the ground. That would have been a great punt to return.
17-yard line of Delta is where the Rabbits take over, 1st down and 10 on a tight formation. And up through the middle to the 25, a gain of about 8. Goes Victor Almanza. Just picked his way up through, was fairly patient on that run.
Yeah, and just kind of got knocked over. Wasn't really tackled per se, so if he could have kept his balance, he did make it through that first set of interference and was into the secondary.
Linebackers diving in, making tackles right there. Michael Torgerson, one of the middle linebackers there. 2nd down, we'll call it 3. And this one is close. That's Austin Chappell, close to a 1st down. Depends on the spot. They say it is.
If they spot it where he went down or where his knee went down, because he was crawling the whole way right there.
So a new set of downs for the Rabbits as the ball is at the 27, almost the 28-yard line, Delta side of the field. 9:12 to go here in the 3rd quarter. It's a 7-0 game. Delta leads it. They have the one long drive, 70-yard drive in 17 plays to get the score. Here's the give. Almanza tries to bounce it outside and cannot. I'll tell you who blew that one up, and that was Michael Torgerson, who was there to really cause that play really to go nowhere.
Yeah, that was a good play. Took on the blocker, made first contact, and when you make that first contact, to help in a hurry.
They'll give him 2 on the carry. So the ball right at the 30-yard line of Delta. 2nd down and 8. Here comes a linebacker blitz up in, and he guessed right. He came right in and made the tackle and took Almanza down after a gain of maybe a yard is all. Delta now with 80 yards rushing on the evening. They have the 1 completed pass for 17 yards and a touchdown. Richfield with 63 yards rushing, 2 for 8 throwing the ball for 16, and Richfield has actually just run 2 more plays than Delta. Back to pass, Bracken Lovell got a man and he didn't see him. He was looking for Austin Chappell at the 45, and this is picked off. Stepping in and making a nice grab for the interception is Matthew Griffin, 23, picks it off at the Delta 45-yard line. And so now, first turnover of the game for Delta. They're even. Both teams with a turnover, and Richfield with a golden opportunity now as they have it. 1st and 10 from the Delta 45.
Yeah, and that was maybe the turnover that Richfield needs to put their offense in action because the Delta player wasn't even looking for that ball to be thrown.
Willardson will move his back to his left. Now back to pass, standing at his own 47. Lets it fly down the far side. Got a man wide open, and it goes right through the hands, looking for the intended receiver, Matthew Griffin.
Well,
wow, that was a pretty nice thrown ball.
Yeah, and that was twice, Ken, that he's been 5 yards behind the defender. and I couldn't tell whether that was a double move or not, but Richfield maybe has seen that now. They've tried it long twice, been wide open twice, but hasn't been able to execute the play to get a touchdown.
I said it went through his hands, but it would have been a tough catch.
Yeah,
He had to dive. Kind of had to lay out for it, but
it was overthrown just a little bit. But
a pretty nicely thrown ball of about 45 yards through the air, 50 yards. So.
Concern if you're Delta is how is he getting past him like that?
Uh-oh, here's Willardson making the pitch way back into the backfield. This is going to go for a loss as Peyton Hafen had nowhere to go. He is taken down all the way back at the 42-yard line of Delta. This is a 13-yard loss.
Yeah, and that was just you could see the penetration right off the bat, so a quarterback might have been well advised to just plant his foot and turn up. He'd probably still taken a loss, but not nearly like that. All he did to pitch it to Hafen and a little further behind the line of scrimmage. So, a huge play.
So it'll be third down and about 23 yards for a first down as Willardson will take the snap back at his own 35. Drops back to the 33. Steps up now, is going to run it. And runs right into Almanza. But Willardson does a nice job to turn and still get what he could to the 50. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll bring up fourth down.
And how big of a series is that for both teams? Unfortunate for Richfield, very fortunate for Delta because they got the turnover about midfield and could not do anything with it. Had the chance, Ken, had the shot at the touchdown. Like I say, that's twice. You've got to take advantage of them if you want to win this game.
And again, unfortunately for the Wildcats, they are playing without their leading back, Ryder Ripstein, who went out with a sprained ankle in the first half. Now they're going to get flagged for 5 yards on an early start. So now the ball back at the 45. This will be fourth down and 20. So obviously Richfield's going to punt this one away.
And that makes you wonder if they were going to go. They ran a guy in motion. Maybe they were going to draw this inside guy out and send that tight end on a pass play.
So they will kick it away. Line driver, and again, Delta chooses to let it fall at the 25, rolls inside the 20 into the 15 as the receiver back deep lets it go, and so Delta will take over at their own 15-yard line.
Yeah, and the punt returner there, number 84, Tanner Lefevre, I don't know if that's a design play to not catch it because I was always very adamant about when that punt is kicked, you catch that punt regardless if you at all possibly can. So
Richfield with 2 possessions so far in the half. They've gone 3 and out on both of those possessions. Delta, this is their second possession as they turned it over on their first. Through the interception did Delta. Here's a running play off the left tackle out close to the 20.
And they may they're sure pointing like they had a fumble, but they are calling it down. So
Victor Almanza on the carry gets 5 out to the 20-yard line. 85 yards rushing for the Rabbits now tonight. Richfield with 58. Delta with the 1 completed pass, and the Wildcats with 2 completed passes tonight. So here's the second down and 5, ball on the far hash mark, just across the 20-yard line. They'll bring it back in motion to the near side. They'll counter back the other way, and Richfield was there waiting for it. They played that very, very well. Let's see.
Yeah, that was an inside trap, Ken, where you turn that defensive lineman loose and then trap him, and obviously the trap didn't get there and turning him loose. He just met that running back in the backfield just before. That's lucky he didn't have a fumble there because he met him there as soon as that ball was handed off.
I believe Mitch Harris was the first one to meet him for Richfield, and then a host of others came to help, and it was a loss of 2. Here is the option. Pitch on the ground, and Victor Almanza is able to get on it, but this ball is going to roll all the way back down to about the 7-yard line. So this is another big loss on the play. I'll mark it right at about the 8-yard line. So it's a loss of about 10 yards. So now Delta is going to have to kick this one out of their own end zone.
Yeah, so Richfield's had the absolute battle of the field position all this second half. Let's see if they can do something with it.
Peyton Hafen back to receive this. It's a short kick, falls at the 38, bounces and rolls out to the 45-yard line where the Wildcats will take over first down and 10. They were just there a moment ago on their last possession. Let's see if they can do something with this one.
Well, you only get so many chances. You know, you're inside Delta territory. And, yeah, if you want to win this game now, you got to take advantage of it. So Delta been pretty darn good on the defensive end for keeping Richfield out of the end zone with this great field position.
4:03 to go here in the third quarter. Not much for offense here in this quarter. Both teams have had the ball twice. We've had 3 punts and an interception between the two. Willardson takes the snap. He'll hand it to his back to his left, and look at him churn forward. Going to have a first down, a gain of about 12, all the way down to about the 32-yard line, carrying the ball. That's Jensen Magleby. We'll call it a gain of 13 as he just kept the pile going forward.
And I'm sure Ripstein is his biggest fan right there because, as you've mentioned, they're without him, so somebody's going to have to step in and fill that void.
New set of downs, 32-yard line.
Ripstein might be out there now, Ken. It looks like he may be in the backfield again. We'll have to see for sure.
Oh, 32.
Nope, it's 32,
it's a number that we don't
30.
have a name for. Boy, look at once again. They'll go to Magleby, and he has another first down with a gain of 10.
Well, yeah, they've all of a sudden seen something they like, Ken, and milked it twice now for good yardage both times. So
3:15 left here in the third quarter. Richfield driving here, wanting to tie this up. Delta leads at 7-0. New set of downs for the Wildcats from the 22-yard line of Delta. Moving from right to left on your dial. Up under center, Willardson will take the snap. Backs are split. And again, pushing the pile forward for a gain of about 4, almost 5 yards.
Yeah, and that was just a good job by that offensive line from Richfield because there wasn't really a big hole there, but they all kept their feet moving, kept pushing. He just kind of got in the middle of that pile, and boy, he got a little more than 5 yards on that carry.
Second down and a long 4 as the ball rests at about the 17-yard line of Delta. 3 wide receivers. Backs are split. Willardson takes the snap. He'll just go forward, runs into a host of tacklers, pushes forward for a gain of 1, maybe 2. Brings up a third down and manageable. 88 yards now rushing for the Wildcats. They face a third down and 3 as we approach 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
And I'm going to say this is 4 down territory without a doubt. For one reason, I just didn't see the kicker was showing that he can make something from that far, but you'll see the best play they have right here.
Here's the give. Look at that, right up the middle. This may go for a touchdown. Close to the end zone. Did he get it? Yes, he did. Touchdown.
And in high school football, that won't be reviewed. It looked like there was a possibility of him being just short. But, boy, he was through that line of scrimmage and into the second level in a hurry. So he's shown he's done a great job out there running the ball. Big extra point right here.
On for the point after try, it'll be Mason Torgerson, the junior. And this will be for the tie. Snap's a good one. The hold's down and the kick is up, and a flag comes in. The kick is good. And they say it'll be running into the kicker. Mm-hmm. So, with 1:43 to go here in the third quarter, we are tied 7 apiece. We'll be back after this 1-minute break.
Andy's Market in Monroe strives to provide their customers with the convenience of one-stop shopping. Not only do they have great prices and selection on all grocery items, but they also feature a bookstore, bakery, and grill. And now Andy's Market has added a pharmacy. There is no longer a need to travel for over-the-counter or prescription medications. Just stop by Aspen Ridge Pharmacy, now open inside Andy's Market. So much more than a grocery store, and now including a pharmacy.
The government and community leaders in Millard County today were molded into the people they have become by the experiences and opportunities during their high school years. The same stands true for the future leaders of Delta City. That's why the City Council and Mayor of Delta are thoroughly invested in providing opportunities for the students of Delta High School to assist them in reaching their potential. Delta City appreciates the opportunity to support Delta High School academics and this Delta Rabbit sports broadcast.
So brand new ball game here as Torgerson is set to kick this one off. This one is returnable. Going to be fielded at about the 8-yard line as David Kent will bring this up across the 30-32, and a flag comes clear from the referee out at about the 45 of Richfield.
And if that's against Delta, that's going to back them up again. And it is.
So this will take it back to the 20, where the Rabbits will take over first down and 10. So the momentum has clearly shifted to the Wildcats here in this second half.
So instead of out to past the 30-yard line, you're back at the 20 again. And yeah, got to do something to flip that momentum back. If you're Delta, and if you're Richfield, just got to do the same thing, get a 3 and out, and you're right back in business.
A little more energy on that Richfield side as they have done a nice job defensively. Delta with 2 possessions so far. Richfield has an interception, and they've held them to a 3 and out, a negative 7 yards on that last drive for Delta. So here's Lovell up under center. First back through, just a quick hitter. A gain of a yard maybe on the play. Daxton Johnson, the ball carrier. We'll give him a yard. And now, all of a sudden, Richfield over the century mark, rushing tonight, 104 yards on the evening. Second down and 9 for the Rabbits here on the near hash mark. And we got people coming in late. David Kent brings the play in, and he'll have to go to the far side, or else they just realized they didn't have enough. And now here's the snap. Bracken Lovell keeps it left side, looks to pitch, and he does. Here's Almanza with the catch and the turn around that left side, and has, I believe, a first down out close to the 30-yard line.
He's right at the marker. Looks like he went out of bounds, but it looks like they're marking it just short. Well-designed play right there. They got in a trip set and used all those people to block the angles coming back to the inside rather than have that blocker come from the backfield. So
45 seconds left in the quarter. Delta obviously off that left side going up for the first down, but a flag comes in, and this will negate the first down because this will probably be either a hold or a block in the back.
Well, I think what you saw right there is one of the Delta linemen. Looks to me like he just wrestled him to the ground. And I could even see that one.
So this will cost Delta 10 yards and a first down.
Yeah, because you had the first down without a doubt. And that's just an example of 2 guys getting locked up with each other and almost out of frustration just kind of threw him down, it looked to me like.
So 40 seconds left here in the third quarter. And Delta faces a third down and 10 from their own 20-yard line. So this would be another big defensive stand for Richfield if they can force the 3 and out.
But, you know, we talked before the game started about unforced errors, Ken, and that right there is an unforced error. You know, you have the first down, and your own error causes you to give that first down up, at least for the time being.
Back to pass. Bracken Lovell got a man open, complete. Across the middle, juggles it, hauls it back in, has the first down, out to the 40-yard line. This is going to be a gain of 20. Now another flag will come in on top of the play.
I think there might be a face mask here, even if it's incidental.
Personal foul. Ooh, this one goes against Richfield. This is their second personal foul of the game. So 20 yards on the pass completion to Derek Burton, and then 15 more on top. This is going to take it to the Richfield 45. That's a huge penalty.
Absolutely a huge penalty, and I didn't get to see what was there. He didn't mark that it was a face mask, so it must have just been a late hit. Which, like you say, that's 2 of them that have cost Richfield dearly.
And again, that little slant over the middle is what's been good for Delta tonight. Bracken Lovell keeps it himself, and he cannot get any room out of that. And I believe coming in, making the tackle for Richfield, Mason Torgerson, and that will bring the third quarter to an end. We are tied at 7. We'll be back for the fourth quarter of this one right after this 1-minute break.
Ladies, Veritas Funding has the medicine for a wide range of month-end financial maladies. Too much month at the end of the money, outrageous home mortgage rates, too much house, or just plain old cabin fever. A visit to Veritas Funding is just what the doctor ordered. Bill and the professional staff at Veritas Funding will liven up your lives with a new or refinance package tailored to your personal situation. Veritas and historic low interest rates can put some excitement back in your life. Call 893-0113. That's 893-0113.
At Level Pharmacy in Delta, we put the love in customer service. We do it by offering so much more than just pharmaceutical care. Try our Jackson Hole Soda, BYU Ice Cream, and our cheese curds from Beaver Cheese Plant. For all of your gift-giving needs, from baby showers to birthday presents, shop Level Pharmacy. And don't forget our nice, informative, caring staff. Remember, we put the love in customer service at Level Pharmacy. Find us at 111 East Main Street in Delta.
So we're back for the final 12 minutes of this one. Richfield and Delta all knotted up at 7 apiece. And again, Delta's late getting that one receiver into the play. Bracken realizes it, lines them up. 2nd down and 10 as we switch sides of the field. Delta now moving from right to left on your dial. Here's the give. Victor Almanza, second back through. And dives ahead for a gain of 4. Brings up a 3rd down and about 6.
And this is not going out on a limb at all. I think this is 4-down territory for Coach Russ. Fouls out there as well. A lot of times anywhere is 4-down territory, but you know, they just, any points, they just want to get this down where you can kick a field goal or anything. Any points will be huge in this game, this kind of game that's going on.
Give a ton of credit to the Richfield defense here in this second half. They have played well. Here's the option, and not going to go anywhere. Bracken Lovell unable to pitch it, and he'll take it for a loss back to the 44-yard line.
And people may say, why didn't you pitch it? Why didn't you pitch it? Well, if you'd have pitched it under duress like that, might have been a bad pitch. Who knows? Could have gone like the last one and been on the ground. So, you know, he was maybe made a smart choice by saying, I'm just take the loss here, and then we'll kick it, and hopefully.
And again, those people up front for Richfield doing a nice job. Nathan Woolsey wears 59.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job in the second half. Even the penalty and the one play that really hurt them, they bounced back very good.
So on a 4th and 9, Delta will punt this one away. The ball hits inside the 20 and rolls back out to about the 22, 23-yard line. So Delta with 3 possessions in the half. They have an interception and 2 punts. So Richfield, they have made some nice adjustments here.
Yeah.
Coming into this second half, they have not allowed Delta to move the ball at all.
And Delta still has the field position battle right now, and I'm sure Richfield, that's what they would like to do, is at least, even if this drive doesn't go for point, get that field position back so that, you know, at any given time you can certainly take advantage of it. And I wouldn't be surprised to see Richfield at some point here try to go vertical up the field again, because they've got behind Delta a few times.
Here's quarterback takes the snap. He'll hand it off to, and I apologize again, folks, 32, not on our roster. He's in the game to replace Ripstein, who went out with a sprained ankle, but give him 7 yards right there. And now these two teams have run exactly the same number of offensive plays in this game, and we're tied.
Yeah, Ken, you have a 31 and a 33, Chase Hernandez, so maybe they just take the average, and that's who's in the game.
Could be. 2nd down and 3, the ball at the 30-yard line of Delta. And the back picking his way forward for a 1st down. He's going to pick up about 5 yards. Jensen Magleby on the carry. Richfield with 116 yards now rushing, and they're starting to feel a little better about things. Their momentum, as we mentioned, it swung their way. They're starting to find a little bit of a groove here. 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line. 9:38 to go in the ball game.
Boy, and they're going to have to hurry here because they're still getting. See, they're going to start counting this right now.
5,
they're going to have to use a timeout right here. They're not going to get it off.
1, and the flag flies from the near side as the quarterback will keep it. Brandon Willardson takes it ahead, but a flag here on the near side.
Now, I think they're saying an illegal shift. They're on Richfield. That play was just doomed from the beginning. The coach couldn't get the play in. He kept trying and trying, but I don't think anybody understood even where for sure they were supposed to be.
So it'll back them up 5.
Boy, and there again, Ken, that's an unforced error that just killed you. If you're Richfield, you had about a 7-8 yard gain on first down again, and
so it'll be 1st and 15 from the 29-yard line. They've got to take it to the 44 for a first down. Backs are split behind Willardson. He's got 2 wide receivers, one far side, one to the near side. And here's the give to the back who's working hard tonight. He's done a nice job. It's a gain of maybe 3 yards, but still churning his wheels hard. 32 there. Whether that's Chase Hernandez or not, that's a nice gain.
Well, they've got him as 2 numbers, 31 and 33. So I'm just being a little smart, like saying that it might be number 32. But yeah, there is no 32 on the roster. Boy, and that was 1 man away from breaking that. So
3 yards on the carry, and it sets up a 2nd down and 12, a long 12. Again, 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Willardson will take the snap at his own 25. Now steps up and going to run it. And gets across the 40, still driving out to about the 44, and it's close to a first down.
And you
it's a
could
gain
tell
of at least 12.
Delta, Ken, was reaching in, more concerned about trying to pull that ball out and cause a fumble than they were about getting him down on the ground. So as a result, he did get the first down. So
17 yards on the carry and a new set of downs.
And I don't know if that was
nice
a design quarterback draw or if he just saw that blitz from the outside, because the top side, somebody was coming just free, and I think he may have recognized that and just decided to turn it up.
So a nice effort there by the senior quarterback.
Yeah, Richfield is their own worst enemy here. They're starting to count again. They're going to have to use a timeout. The coach got to get something in.
Oh, just gets it off on the last second. Willardson back to pass, steps up in the pocket, still looking, rolls right side, going to tuck it, gets by a tackler, and across the 50 to the 48. Even when he's going down, he gets an additional 2 yards ahead.
Yeah, because he's a big, tall kid.
So again, a nice run by Willardson. He's going to get him 7, almost 8 yards on the carry.
And I thought that the ref in the secondary, the one that counts, was going to call a penalty on him again, because he started and I don't think anybody got set. So he's going to have to get his stuff going here a little bit quicker. They're going to. So second, you notice he just throws in all kinds of signals. Been very in the second half.
Second down and a long 2. Willardson takes the snap. And he'll give it to his back to the right side, who heads close to a first down. I think he'll have it. It'll be a gain of a couple. Close to the it's inside the 46 of the Delta side of the field, and I think
he's going to be just short. Or maybe they ought to measure it, because
I thought they might measure it. Willardson keeps it himself, dives ahead for the first down, gets a yard just inside the 45 of Delta.
And as I mentioned, if nothing else, they've really taken the field position battle. But, boy, Delta's got to have something fortunate right here and in a hurry.
Clock runs, 6:10 left in the ball game. Again, we are tied at 7. Richfield moving the ball here. Just barely inside the 45 of Delta. And again, 2 receivers near side, 2 to the far side, 1 back lined up behind Willardson. Now they'll bring a slot man across and back to the same back, and he's ahead for a gain of 3 as they just keep pounding the ball forward.
I was going to say, I think this is going to be a dive, because I've kind of caught on a little bit to what the coach over there from Richfield's doing. That last signal he gives.
And again, out of the shotgun, he's got the back to his right. And again, 4 receivers here. Let's see if Richfield passes. They will. Out in the right side, complete to the back for a first down to the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 10. This time making the catch for Richfield, Casey Curtis.
Boy, and that was just methodical. About a 10-yard stop pattern, and ball was thrown right on the money at the right time. And
we're counting down. Close to 5 minutes to go in this game. Richfield with a 1st and 10 from the 32 of Delta. Again, Willardson stands back at the 43, takes the snap, hands it to his back, and he drags people forward for a gain of a couple to the 30.
And I think even with the extra point, Ken, you saw that it didn't go through very far. I think they're going to have to get around to the 10-yard line to have a legitimate shot to kick this if they do. But that's only 20 yards away, and boy, the clock now is really starting to be a factor if you're Delta looking at having to score here in this
4.5 minutes is what Coach Files is talking about. Willardson takes the snap, drops back, throws it, and miscommunication between him and his receiver at the 25. It falls incomplete. He was looking, I believe that's 23. That's Matthew Griffin, who was at the 25, and Griffin kind of pulled his hands back in and let the ball go by.
Yeah, he was wide open. There wasn't anyone even anywhere near him. And so that was just an easy pitch and catch. So, yeah, when he pulled his hands back, I couldn't figure that out.
So now that stops the clock with 4:22 to go, and Richfield faces a 3rd down and 8 from the 30 of Delta.
I think they're probably in 4-down territory, Ken, but
kind of in a pistol formation. Willardson back to pass, steps up in the pocket, going to run it. Now he's going to throw it. Got a man open in the end zone, or the touchdown. Boy, he started to run. It drew the defense up, and then he pulls up and hits his man, Trenton Utley, for the score. And so Richfield reclaims, or I should say, takes the lead for the first time tonight, 13-7, with the point after coming right here. Willardson took the snap, looked, started forward, and I think it kind of froze the defense.
Absolutely.
And then he noticed, hey, I've got a man wide open. And Utley down at the 2-yard line as he caught it in stride into the end zone.
And that was just a good play by Willardson because he lured the defense into kind of standing on their heels a little bit.
And now, boy, Richfield coach not happy as they're going to have to take a timeout on the point after try. We'll take it with them with 4:15 left. We'll be back after this 1-minute break.
Larson's Ace Hardware is your helpful place for end-of-summer savings. It's canning season, and Larson's has a huge inventory of canning supplies at prices that are sure to put a smile on your face. Hey, it's not too early to start thinking about cold weather. Larson's Ace Hardware has you covered whatever the season, including hunting season. Larson's Ace is hardware with an attitude, a helpful attitude. Check it out today at Larson's Ace Hardware, the helpful place in Richfield.
The type of medical care you receive shouldn't depend on where you live. People in rural towns need high-quality medicine just like those in big cities. Delta Community Medical Center and Fillmore Community Medical Center both provide the same quality care and advanced technology you'd receive if you drove to the city. What they do well. Intermountain's Fillmore Community Medical Center and Delta Community Medical Center. Healing for life.
Strength, stability, service, and me. That's what you can count on with Farm Bureau Financial Services. I am Stephen Peterson, your Farm Bureau agent in Richfield, and I am here to help people like you through all stages of life. Call me today to learn more about how I can make it simple to help protect what's most important to you, your family, cars, home, and your future. Farm Bureau makes insurance simple. 896-5669. 896-5669.
Hey, hold up there. Don't blow your hard-earned money on ag supplies and such until you visit Oasis Seed Cooperative in Delta. There's Montana Silversmith and that special lady. Well, hey, Oasis Seed has your planting supplies too, but Oasis Seed is more than a seed company. Animal health products, livestock panels, gates, poles, fencing supplies, for sure, but so much more. Wrangler, tack, saddles, and much more. Work hard, but spend wisely at Oasis Seed Cooperative, 290 North, 1000 West, Delta.
So we come back live on the point after try. They snapped it in a hurry when we got back, and the kick was no good. It just popped it up a little bit high, and it never did make it to the crossbar. So Delta with a chance, if they can push this down the field for a score, a chance to win it with an extra point. But they've got a 75-yard field ahead of them. As the return comes to the 25, David Kent brings it out. And the Rabbits now, with 4:07 to go in this ball game, will have to make up some ground here. Here's the give. Victor Almanza maybe a yard, and that's it. Again, Richfield stiffening up on that left side of the defense.
Yeah, Richfield has just been very impressive all second half long. They just have not given Delta even a sniff. The only success they've had was the slant pass that was over the middle and the penalty on that. So if Delta wants to win the game, they may have to run those 2 exact plays again, get that penalty on top of that.
Nathan Woolsey in there for Richfield on the stop with a couple others. Delta's going to have to pick up the pace a little bit here.
Going to have to pick up the pace, but more importantly, they're going to have to pick up the first down too.
Second down and 9 from the 26-yard line. 3:23 and counting in this ball game. Richfield loading up front. And again, a quick hitter off the right side. And here's Austin Chappell busting it around the right side. Dives ahead for a first down. Well, the official still says keep the clock going, so maybe he marked him a little short.
Yeah, he's just about a yard short.
Yep.
Boy, now we're inside of 3 minutes, Ken, and that I think Delta has their timeouts. But yeah, you cannot waste time. You've got to.
Receivers might want to come a little quicker into the field with their play. We were talking about Richfield having to hurry a little bit. Now we flip the sides and say, yeah, Delta's got to hurry now. 3rd down and 1. Just inside of the 35-yard line. Here's the option, left side, Bracken level with it. Pitches it. Ooh, it makes a nice catch, does Almanza, as he turns it up in and gets good yardage to the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 7.
Clock stops. You got to get this play called and get it in there in a hurry, but you are outside the 40 now. The only problem is a field goal does you no good. You've got to get it to the end zone.
Almanza made a nice catch on a pretty hard pitch. It came back pretty hard, made the catch, and got the first down. 41-yard line of Delta with 2:20 to go in this ball game. Here's the give. Almanza again off the right tackle, ahead for a gain of 4. And again, in on the tackle that time for Richfield, 52. That is Michael Torgerson.
Yeah, you're inside at 2 minutes now, Ken. You're almost in a situation where you better call a couple of plays at a time and get right back up the line of scrimmage.
Second down and 6 from the Delta 45. They'll bring Chappell in motion to this left side. And here's a pass to Chappell, who went in motion at the 50, and the ball sails over his head and out of bounds.
Yeah, the throw was way high. If he could have put that pass on the money, I don't think he'd have scored, but he certainly would have been able to get the first down, which is important. Secondly, he would have been able to get out of bounds, which is just as important. So,
clock is stopped with 1:50 to go in the ball game, and it's a 13-7 lead. Wildcats lead it over the Rabbits. Delta, they've got to go 55 yards here to tie it.
And Richfield doesn't have a man for everybody that's out there, so.
Out in the flat, and this one's picked off at the 40-yard line as he tried to get it out there in the area of David Kent, and nobody in red is able to even come up and make it. And I should have got a number on the catch, but it is intercepted by Richfield. They'll have it going the other way. He had a man to the far side I thought he might try to go to, but he comes up to the middle, right up the seam. Intercepted by 23. That's Matthew Griffin, and guess what? That's his second pick of the night. So defensively tonight, he's in line for our player of the game. 40-yard line of Richfield is where they'll start, and they'll go straight forward for a gain of a couple. Once again, that's Jensen Magleby.
And Delta does have their full bank of timeouts, so Richfield, they're going to have to make at least one first down.
Well, they take a timeout. We'll take it with them. 1:39 to go. We'll be back after this 1-minute break.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking in Salina has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking's Big Blue trucks are recognizable throughout the Intermountain West, hauling products that keep this country running. Barney Trucking is honored to be a part of Central Utah and supports our local schools and community. When you're out on the roads, remember to drive safely. Barney Trucking of Salina, proud to support the high school teams this season.
And we're back live here on a 2nd down and 8. Delta takes the timeout, tries to keep what time they can on the clock. 1:39 to go in this one. Willardson, once again, will hand it off to his back, who scoots ahead to about the 44, and immediately another timeout. Once again, that is Jensen Magleby. So once again, we'll be back right after this break.
Why travel for a big city look when you can get it right here for a fraction of the cost? Designer Trends in Richfield has the latest styles you're looking for, but will save you the hassle of it to the city. Designer Trends now carries men's clothing as well. For the latest deals and savings, like Designer Trends on Facebook and check out our website, designertrends.com. Designer Trends is located at 8 North Main Street in Richfield.
DP Curtis Trucking has been helping move America for many years. It's a reflection of the drivers, employees, and ownership. DP Curtis is a family-oriented business that gets their drivers home weekly with paid vacation, weekly pay, health and dental insurance, and a 401k plan and more. If you need trucking services or would like to join the DP Curtis family, call 435-896-4417. That's 896-4417.
So maybe the play of the game right here as Richfield comes out on a 3rd down and 5 to go for it, and they try to draw Delta offside, which isn't a bad play right there. They try to get the Rabbits to jump, and they just about did.
Yeah.
There was 2 or 3 on that right side that tried to jump forward. So,
I'm not sure whether that's the play of the game. I think the play of the game has probably already happened, but I also believe, Ken, that if Delta wants to win, they've got a couple more plays of the game that still have to come, because Richfield, you know, they're certainly, if they have to punt the ball, Delta's not going to have very good field position. So they're going to have to run a punt back a long ways. They're not going to have any timeouts left. So this, you know, they're in dire straits, and if they do happen to pick up this 1st down, so Delta's got to be careful not just to worry about time, then stopping this 1st down.
So here we go, as Willardson will come up under center on a 3rd down and 5 from the 45-yard line. Looks back to the sideline and now takes the snap. He'll go to his back, who rolls forward for a gain of 3, and it will be short of the 1st down. And Delta again takes the timeout. We'll take it with them with 1:31 to go. We'll come back with a 4th down and 2 after this.
Yeah, that's.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is proud to bring you this presentation. IPSC is a community-minded company that contributes to our local schools, community organizations, and economy. The Intermountain Power Project consistently ranks among the best of America's coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. Intermountain Power Service Corporation strives for perfection and is honored to be actively involved with Delta, Millard, and Juab High Schools.
Mason Machinery takes vertical tillage to the max with the Turbo Max from Great Plains. With its hydraulically adjustable gang angle, the Turbo Max gives you lots of options. In the fall, you can run the machine at an angle to bury more residue. And in the spring, you can run it straight to create an excellent vertically tilled seed bed, all to help you achieve the best yields. Call Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora today to see what the Turbo Max can do for you. Mason Machinery in Great Plains. Harvest starts here.
So Richfield will kick this one away, and it's a nice punt by Willardson, who is obviously the quarterback. He kept it for a minute, kind of rugby style, kicked it, and it rolls into the end zone. And Delta now will have to go 80 yards in 1:23 if they want to try and tie this up.
With no timeouts, and that's what's difficult. You know, that's, if Delta does get this in the end zone, that will be quite incredible. It goes against their style of play and everything else, but we'll see.
So Delta will come out with 2 wide receivers. They'll stay with the inverted wishbone behind Bracken level. In motion, Trace Willoughby. Back to pass is Bracken. The left-hander looks, screen out in the flat. Got plenty of room to run. It's completed across the 20, 25 out to the 30, and out of bounds at the 32-yard line. Austin Chappell working his way up the left sideline. Gets Delta 12 and a 1st down.
Every morning, millions.
And more importantly, he got out of bounds to stop the clock.
Yeah, and that's the only way you can do it. Very good call right there. They know you're going to throw the ball, so they're going to have a pass rush on, and that screen pass was just what the doctor ordered.
1:14 to go. 13-7. Richfield with the lead. Willoughby again in motion to the right side. Back to pass. Got a man open, complete. Rich Peterson across the 40, steps up to the 45 into the midfield marker, and it's a gain of 18. And that was close to being tipped or intercepted. He just made a nice job to step in between the defender. So Delta comes in a hurry. They wind the clock with 1:04, and they'll spike it. So they'll stop the clock at 1:03. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 50-yard line.
But, being at the 50-yard line, Ken, you're just one play from breaking one. So Delta's sure making this interesting right here. And Richfield being a little loose, they're probably going to let him catch the ball in front of him. So you just got to have some guy fall down, and still a tall order for the Rabbits. But
so 2nd down at 10 from the 50-yard line. Delta needing a touchdown to tie and an extra point to win. But again, Richfield's defense has played well here in the half. Back to pass again. Bracken got to get rid of it. Does down the sideline, and it is picked off, they say, right at the 35-yard line. Stepping in front, Jensen Magleby. They were trying to find Austin Chappell down the sideline, but Magleby did a nice job to step in and pick that off right at the 35.
Yeah, and had to do a tightrope to get his feet down, and was cognizant of the fact and did a great job. So you just got to give him a lot of credit for making that play when it counted. And now they can just get in the victory formation. They'll probably have to snap it twice, but valiant effort by the Rabbits. But it looks like the Wildcats are going to come out with a victory, and so that solidifies them a possibility, and Delta's going to be done in 2 weeks.
So they will get in the victory formation, and Willardson will just have to snap it twice, I believe, to run this out as the clock starts down to 54, 53. And this is going to be a good win for Richfield. If I'm correct, and I may not be, I think Delta was on a 15-game winning streak with the Wildcats. This one here tonight, though, is going to be a big one for Richfield, because I think this one's going to get them into the playoffs. And so the clock continues to roll down to 31, down to 30. Richfield again with the 13-7 lead. They're going to have to snap it, I believe, one more time. And Willardson will take the knee. And they'll head to the sideline, and there'll be some celebrating over on that far sideline as the Wildcats are going to hang on to win this one over Delta. 13-7 is going to be your final score. Disappointment here on the home side as they've just got one league game to go and a practice game next week. Richfield, one to go, but they've got the 2 wins in region. That sits pretty well for them. So, stick around as we'll have our Sunrise Engineering post-game show here in just a moment. Your final score, 13-7. Richfield wins it. We'll be back after this.
The health care you receive shouldn't depend on where you live, and you can rest assured that Sevier Valley Medical Center provides our communities with the same high-quality care and advanced technology services you'd receive if you drove to the city. From full-time specialty services such as ENT, orthopedics, podiatry, and internal medicine to a wide range of outpatient services, including imaging, respiratory therapy, and dialysis. High-quality health care with a personal hometown touch. Intermountain Sevier Valley Medical Center. Healing for life.
Stop in today and experience Service First at Service Drug in Delta and Fillmore. Service Drug is not only your full-service pharmacy, but offers a wide range of books, home decor items, greeting cards, KitchenAid appliances, and so much more. Service Drug is open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. and also on Saturdays for your convenience. Come see the courteous staff at Service Drug, 215 West Main in Delta and 40 North Main in Fillmore. Experience Service First at Service Drug in Delta and Fillmore.
The Fairview Telephone Company was founded in 1903 to bring telephone service to small communities in central Utah when no one else would. That small phone company is now Centricom, and our vision hasn't changed. We want rural central Utah to have the very best options for high-speed internet, cable TV, and home phone. Why? Because we live here too. Centricom, your local telecommunications company.
Every day is a good day to shop Drew Bay for a new truck. Check out the all-new, from the hubcaps to the headliner, 2014 Chevy Silverado. The all-new Silverado has 4-wheel disc brakes for superb stopping ability. This beast boasts 355 horsepower with 383 foot-pounds of torque, up to 420 horses and 450 pounds of torque. You choose. Be sure to ask about active fuel management and optional bed lengths and other available options. The all-new 2014 Chevy Silverado makes every day a good day to shop Drew Bay. Drew Bay Chevrolet, Delta.
For integrity, honesty, and technical expertise, think of Jones and DeMille Engineering. With offices in Richfield, Roosevelt, Price, and Manti, They're committed to servicing their clients with civil and structural engineering, construction management, surveys and GIS mapping, and material testing. They use state-of-the-art equipment to help you meet your budgets and deadlines. Visit jonesandDeMille.com or find them on Facebook. Since 1982, Jones and DeMille Engineering, your infrastructure professionals.
Have you heard? Central Valley Medical Center is now providing orthopedic surgery. That's right, Dr. Joel Holman is a full-time orthopedic surgeon practicing in Nephi. You no longer need to drive to the Wasatch Front for hip replacement, knee replacement, fracture care, hand surgery, and general orthopedic care. Dr. Holman completed a residency in general orthopedics and a fellowship in hand surgery at the U of U and sees patients in the Nephi Medical Clinic inside Central Valley Medical Center. Call 435-623-3633, 623-3633.
Often the air inside your home is actually dirtier than the air outside. That's because your air ducts are full of dust, allergens, molds, mites, and sometimes even rodents. These allergens are constantly recirculated throughout your home. Riverstone contractors can clean the air ducts, making your system run at least 10% more efficient and often clearing the air. Riverstone contractors can also conduct a CO test on the heating system, making sure it's safe for use this winter. Riverstone Contractors, 896-6264.
RC Staples has been your family shoe and clothing outlet in Delta since 1995. If you need to outfit an individual, a family, or a missionary, RC Staples is the place. There's luggage, tuxedo rentals, and much more. RC Staples is very conscious of changing styles and fashion trends as they cater to the lifestyle, budget, and tastes of Millard County residents. Hey, RC Staples is both trendy and price conscious. So shop with confidence. That's RC Staples, 261 West Main, Delta.
And welcome back to the Sunrise Engineering post-game show. Sunrise Engineering serving clients in Utah, Idaho, Wyoming, and Arizona for over 30 years. Sunrise Engineering making the things you do every day better every day. Again, our thanks to Sunrise Engineering as we get into our post-game show here. Again, final score 13-7. Richfield gets the victory over Delta. As the Wildcats coach, they just made the adjustments in the second half. They trailed 7-0 coming out of the locker room. And on their third drive of the ball game, they go 5 plays in 45 yards for the touchdown. And they had the 16-yard touchdown run. And then the play, or I should say the drive to take the lead in the game. 12-play drive, 77 yards. They start on their own 23-yard line. And they were able to get the touchdown pass as they go to Trenton Utley for a 30-yard touchdown pass. That was a difference in the game right there. But that drive they sustained, got going. And their defense on the other side of the ball, they forced 3 turnovers in the second half. So the adjustments were made, and they came out and just got it done. What else can you say?
And we talked about that before the ball game, but in my opinion, Richfield won this ball game because they came out and played almost a flawless second half. The only mistake they had was when they gave up the one pass play and had the penalty on top of it, and they recovered from that. But other than that, I'm not so sure how many first downs Delta even got. They didn't have very many possessions, and Richfield just played a flawless second half, both sides of the ball. And so, yeah, you can do nothing but give them credit for coming out in that second half and doing what you have to do to win that ball game, because it was anybody's ball game, and Richfield came out and took it in the second half.
Yeah, so Richfield actually goes to 6-2 on the year, 2-2 in their league play, and there's a good chance that will get them into the playoffs now. Delta eliminated mathematically, cannot get back in. So congratulations to the Richfield Wildcats on a great effort here on Delta's turf. It's not always easy to come in here and win a game.
No, very, very difficult. And you'd think two teams evenly matched, you'd give the nod to the home team. So
with that being said, let's take another timeout here, after which we'll come back with more of our Sunrise Engineering postgame show, as we've got our players of the game coming up. Andy's Market Player of the Game, as they help us sponsor here, along with Jorgensen Lane's Herb's Place Player of the Game. So we'll be back right after this.
Does your kid know it all? Legendary basketball coach John Wooden once said, "It's what you learn after you know it all that counts." We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the court and in the classroom. Help your kids see their potential. Partner up with their coaches and teachers. Find out what you can do. Just something to think about. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com.
Andy's Market in Monroe strives to provide their customers with the convenience of one-stop shopping. Not only do they have great prices and selection on all grocery items, but they also feature a bookstore, bakery, and grill. And now Andy's Market has added a pharmacy. There is no longer a need to travel for over-the-counter or prescription medications. Just stop by Aspen Ridge Pharmacy, now open inside Andy's Market. So much more than a grocery store, and now including a pharmacy.
The government and community leaders in Millard County today were molded into the people they have become by the experiences and opportunities during their high school years. The same stands true for the future leaders of Delta City. That's why the City Council and Mayor of Delta are thoroughly invested in providing opportunities for the students of Delta High School to assist them in reaching their potential. Delta City appreciates the opportunity to support Delta High School academics and this Delta Rabbits sports broadcast.
Ladies, Veritas Funding has the medicine for a wide range of month-end financial maladies. Too much month at the end of the money, outrageous home mortgage rates, too much house, or just plain old cabin fever. A visit to Veritas Funding is just what the doctor ordered. Bill and the professional staff at Veritas Funding will liven up your lives with a new or refinance tailored to your personal situation. Veritas and historic low interest rates can put some excitement back in your life. Call 893-0113. That's 893-0113.
At Lovell Pharmacy in Delta, we put the love in customer service. We do it by offering so much more than just pharmaceutical care. Try our Jackson Hole Soda, BYU ice cream, and our cheese curds from Beaver Cheese. For all of your gift-giving needs, from baby showers to birthday presents, shop Lovell Pharmacy. And don't forget our nice, informative, caring staff. Remember, we put the love in customer service at Lovell Pharmacy. Find us at 111 East Main Street in Delta. Larson's Ace Hardware is your helpful place for end-of-summer savings. It's canning season, and Larson's has a huge inventory of canning supplies at prices that are sure to put a smile on your face. Hey, it's not too early to start thinking about cold weather. Larson's Ace Hardware has you covered whatever the season, including hunting season. Larson's Ace is hardware with an attitude, a helpful attitude. Check it out today at Larson's Ace Hardware, the helpful place in Richfield.
The type of medical care you receive shouldn't depend on where you live. People in rural towns should receive high-quality medicine just like those in big cities. Delta Community Medical Center and Fillmore Community Medical Center both provide the same quality care and advanced technology you'd receive if you drove to the city. What they do well. Intermountain's Fillmore Community Medical Center and Delta Community Medical Center. Healing for life.
Strength, stability, service, and me. That's what you can count on with Farm Bureau Financial Services. I am Stephen Peterson, your Farm Bureau agent in Richfield, and I am here to help people like you through all stages of life. Call me today to learn more about how I can make it simple to help protect what's most important to you, your family, cars, home, and your future. Farm Bureau makes insurance simple. 896-5669. 896-5669.
Once again, welcome back to Delta High School. To our Sunrise Engineering post-game show. Sunrise Engineering, promoting athletic and academic excellence. Visit them at sunrise-eng.com. So as we kind of wrap things up here from Delta High School, Wildcats win this one here tonight, 13-7. A few other scores to pass along to you. A final, Judge Memorial defeats Emory tonight, 61-14. And with 9:14 to go in the ball game, Morgan leads Grantsville 38-0. Canyon View, 8 better than North Sanpete. They're still in the third quarter, or at least that's the last update we had. 22-14, Canyon View leads North Sanpete. And those are the scores we have, at least in the 3A classification. So again, alongside Coach Dean Fowles, I'm Ken Nielsen as we wrap this one up. You said it, Coach, before the last break. Richfield really came out and just played a flawless second half. Defensively, they never did let Delta move down the field at all. That last drive, they got a screen pass. They moved it a little bit, but they were solid. Delta just didn't have an answer for the scheme they were throwing at them.
Yeah, and it comes down to the turnovers. You had 3 in the second half there, I believe, and so you just cannot turn the ball over to them. The one late in the game, that's kind of difficult because you haven't got much time and you got to get it down the field. But a couple of previous to that, and like I say, I credit Richfield for doing what they needed to do. So
here's your numbers on the game. First of all, for Delta, 35 rushing attempts on the evening for 102 yards. Passing the ball, Delta 4 of 11 for 67 yards, 1 touchdown, and the 3 interceptions. So 169 total on the yardage for the Rabbits here this evening. And for the Wildcats, 41 rushing attempts for 158 yards, throwing the ball 4 of 8 for 56 yards and a touchdown. Total yards for the Wildcats here this evening, 214. So you said it, Richfield earned the win. It wasn't so much that Delta did anything to give it away. Richfield just played a solid second half.
Yeah, it was. It was both sides of the ball. Came out with a good scheme. Obviously, they did make the adjustments that they needed to in the second half. So close game, like we thought it would be.
And again, we want to thank all of our sponsors that have been with us, not only throughout the season, and we want to give them one last opportunity to identify themselves. So stay with us as we still have our players of the game coming up and a few final thoughts as we wrap this one up from Delta High School. We'll be back after this.
Hey, hold up there. Don't blow your hard-earned money on ag supplies and such until you visit Oasis Seed Cooperative in Delta. There's Montana Silversmith for that special lady. Well, hey, Oasis Seed has your planting supplies too, but Oasis Seed is more than a seed company. Animal health products, livestock panels, gates, poles, fencing supplies, for sure, but so much more. Wrangler, tack, saddles, and much more. Work hard, but spend wisely at Oasis Seed Cooperative, 290 North, 1000 West, Delta.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking in Salina has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking's Big Blue trucks are recognizable throughout the Intermountain West, hauling products that keep this country running. Barney Trucking is honored to be a part of Central Utah and supports our local schools and community. When you're out on the roads, remember to drive safely. Barney Trucking of Salina, proud to support the high school teams this season.
Every night's like family night at Jorgensen Bowling Center and Herb's Place. When you want the best burger in town, you'll find it at Herb's Place. Got a birthday or special event? You'll find the facilities at Jorgensen Bowling Center and Herb's Place. If you want arcade games, you'll find them at Jorgensen Bowling Center. If you want a light show and cosmic bowling, hey, you'll find it at Jorgensen Bowling Center. Your family deserves the best. Your family or event is special to Jorgensen Bowling Center and Herb's Place, 980 South Coveview Road, Richfield.
Why travel for a big city look when you can get it right here for a fraction of the cost? Designer Trends in Richfield has the latest styles you're looking for, but will save you the hassle of a trip to the city. Designer Trends now carries men's clothing as well. For the latest deals and savings, like Designer Trends on Facebook and check out our website, designertrends.com. Designer Trends is located at 8 North Main Street in Richfield.
24-24 is your score right now, and we're not talking Delta Richfield. We're talking Central Florida and BYU with 9 seconds to go in that one. It looks like that may go to overtime. Again, Coach Fowles paying very close attention to that one, as he is a true blue BYU fan, and so always have to throw that one in there. I know your Utes are doing well as they're ranked in the top 25. Welcome back to the Sunrise Engineering post-game show. Sunrise Engineering sharing the Friday night and tonight the Thursday night lights with all of you. So, again, 13-7 is your final. Richfield gets the win, and they get that very important second victory in region that looks like going to get them into the playoffs. So, congratulations to the Wildcats on a great win here tonight in Richfield. And if you're Delta, the thing that's tough here, Coach, if you're a Delta fan or a Delta coach or player or whatever, you've still got 2 games to go in the season, and they really don't lead to anywhere but building for the future and some pride.
Yeah, and certainly that's what you play on is pride. You try to get your kids not to give up on you. That's very difficult from a coach's standpoint to try to keep that interest when they know there's not anything to look forward to as far as playoffs. But there are some ramifications here. Richfield certainly hopes that Delta can go over and beat North Sanpete, because if they beat North Sanpete, then Richfield doesn't have to have any kind of a playoff game. But if North Sanpete does happen to beat, if North Sanpete does happen to beat Delta, then I think North Sanpete's got 2 victories, then they will be tied with Richfield, and even though they would both have the same record, Richfield would have won the game. I think if it goes to state, you do have to play it off. So, there's still some important things to happen on games to come. Unfortunately, that's just not giving the Delta Rabbits a chance to get into the playoffs, and Richfield at least gets a playoff game.
And we want to award our players of the game. Jorgensen's Lanes is excited to sponsor the Richfield Wildcat Player of the Game. Bowling fun for the entire family, and you can dine out on delicious food at Herb's Place as well. As offensively tonight, I thought Brandon Willardson really had a nice ball game. The go-ahead touchdown was manufactured by the 6'6" senior quarterback. Took the snap in the shotgun, rolled right, went forward like he was going to run it, which froze the defense, drew the defensive back up, and then pulled up through a 30-yard strike for a touchdown to, I believe it was Trenton Utley, and that's the difference in the ball game.
Yeah, and several times whether they were called or just instincts that he has, he turned it up the middle and got good yardage. So, yeah, He did a very fine job tonight.
And on the defensive side of the ball, he could have gone with several different people for Richfield. Matthew Griffin, 23, I believe he's a young man. I think he had 2 picks in the ball game. He really, really played well back there. Those linebackers were all over the field. For Richfield as well.
You go all season long to get 2 picks. He's got 2 of them in one game, so I think it's a great choice.
I believe Jensen Magleby also had a pick, but we'll congratulate Matthew Griffin as our defensive player of the game as well. So they'll get a free meal at Herb's Place, and we'll congratulate them and wish them the very best as they move on. And for Delta, Delta High School sponsors our own little player of the game. We give them a card to go downtown and get lunch on us, and so those people up front. I thought Mark Denbo, who has gone both ways and has played hard, he's a senior lineman. You could have gone with any of them, and we'll congratulate them all, but we'll send him down with a card to get something to eat as well.
Yeah, and now in the past, when we used to do this, I always went with the player of the game to eat, so I'll meet him over there at Herb's Place, and we'll all have lunch together.
Yeah, we'll send you over and see if they'll welcome you in.
They may turn
share
me away.
Share their meal with you.
Yeah.
That's for sure. So, again, those are our players of the game, and we'll congratulate them. Again, it's been our pleasure to bring you this ball game here tonight on KMGR Radio, also on Local 10 TV and Centricom.com. And you can pick up more coverage of games as we move on through the season. Coach Fowles and I will Phil next Wednesday night. That's a Wednesday night game because of the fall break. We'll have the game on Centricom.com. You can join us live there and hear more of the commentary, as he'll have many more anecdotes to bring with us, I'm sure, for that one. And then we'll finish up the season at North Sanpete as well. So, on behalf of Coach Fowles, our color commentator, and all the fine people that help us, all of our sponsors, and, of course, all the fine people, KMGR Radio and Centricom, we want to thank Barrett Hilton again for producing this one here tonight with us. Taylor Thompson on a good job. For all those people, again, I say thank you very much. I'm Ken Nielsen. Final score, 13-7. Richfield wins it. We will see you next Wednesday night.
You've been listening to exciting high school football action on South Central Utah's sports leaders, Mid-Utah Radio and Centricom Channel 10. This sports broadcast has been brought to you by sports-minded sponsors throughout South Central Utah. Join us next time for more exciting high school football action on Centricom Channel 10 and Mid-Utah Radio.